What's up, guys and gals? It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys a Bitch, Moan, and Complain podcast. Number 6. What we're going to be doing today is, I just needed a break. I just finished cooking my supper for tonight and my lunch tomorrow as a result and stuff like that. I've torn apart from one end of the house to the other and stuff like that, and as you guys know, I'm already bitching. Christmas decorations, painting, 100 things going on all at once, and I said, you know what? I watched the Cowboys win, and I'm just going to sit back, talk to you guys for about an hour or so, and we're going to read some fun, because I've recently gotten to the Reddit bubble. Suffice it to say, you have to scan through a lot of bullshit, but it's no different than Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and Tumblr, any of them. You gotta shift through a lot of bullshit to get to the good shit. You know what I mean? So, either way, yeah. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going through, and I just thought it'd be a lot of fun. I thought we'd go through the Am I the Asshole subreddit. And I thought that'd be a lot of fun. So we'll wait and see. Oh, god damn it, this stupid goddamn camera. Camera is
Yo, what's up?
Hey band, what's going on?
Not much. How are you going?
Not bad. I'm wondering what the fuck is wrong with the goddamn camera.
What are you up to? Just chilling?
What's that, dude? Come on, camera. It's been doing this for a while now.
Uh-oh.
It just died. Why? Hello, camera. It's not YouTube, it's the camera. And the moment I start streaming too, Jesus Christ. Well, guys, alright, it's Bitch, Moan, and Complain podcast. It's gonna be audio only, clearly, because my camera's a cunt. So Let's go with that. This is going to be really annoying for the rest of the week if this camera... This is the first time it's happened. It happened earlier on the weekend. I tried to record something. It didn't end up working out anyways, but I remember it having that problem before, and right now, for some reason, the camera's just showing that it's offline. I don't get why. So now we're stuck on my beautiful mug for some stupid-ass reason. Okay then. Yeah. Well, this is a great start to a fucking podcast on a Sunday night when I gotta work in the morning. My house is torn apart. I got drug dealers living next door. I'm in a great fucking mood. Alright.
Ooh, I just said my go.
Yeah. Caden's in here and says, Sup, Caden, how you doing? What about Box Day? You mean Boxing Day? I mean, Boxing Day is December 26th, and yes, I'm British, so I celebrate it. But other than that, do you mean another day? Kane said, of course the Cowboys won. They were playing the worst team in the NFL. That is the Arizona Cardinals, and we were not playing them. So...
The Panthers are worse.
No, they're really not. So...
Yes, they are.
No, they're really not. Listen,
you don't know ball, old man.
Dude, the Arizona Cardinals, the only reason the Arizona Cardinals have a fucking any wins is because they bought off the refs to beat the Cowboys before. That doesn't count as bullshit.
You're literally just holding it like as the only win. They have other wins and they played other teams more competitively than the Panthers do.
Alright, artist, tell me, who did Arizona beat? Come on. I can't.
Does that fucking matter? The Panthers have a win.
Yeah.
And they fucking play like teams more competitively than the Panthers do.
And who did Arizona beat?
I don't fucking remember.
There you go. So stop talking. Stop talking at your
You're
ass.
just I'm literally giving you arguments, and you're saying no, they just fucking bought the refs. I fucking hate you, bro.
No, dude. I'm still no. There's no way. All right. At the end of the day, that is that is. Oh wait, hold on. I'm trying to do 100 things at once, so my bad. I can't argue artist why he's wrong and the Cowboys are the best. I'll get back to that argument in a moment. Miss said, Griever, I think your camera is frozen. I know, my man. I know. I can't get my camera to work. I don't know what the fuck is going on. All right. Guys, hold on a fucking minute. All right. So while I'm fucking with wires back here, by the way, artist, who the fuck did Arizona beat? Why don't you go look it up and tell me, other than buying off the refs...
They beat the Falcons.
Oh my god, you mean they beat one of the worst teams in the league? My god.
Yeah, bro, I don't even know who the fucking Panthers beat.
The Panthers?
They beat the Texans by 2 points.
Yeah, and
that
the
was
Texans
the only time.
are a better team than the Panthers, so there you go.
What kind of dichotomy is that? You're just yapping.
I'm not yapping. You're just a
shit. They fucking played the Ravens within one score. Like that, the Ravens are better than the Texans.
And the Cowboys played the Philadelphia Eagles within one score, but yet the Philadelphia Eagles are considered the best team in the NFC.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm saying that everything is comparable when it comes to sports. You need to put everything in perspective, right? Like beating up on.
I'm where's Dio when I need him? I need someone to back me up.
All right. What are you trying to say? You're trying to say that us having an easy win against Carolina wasn't deserved or something?
That's not what I'm saying.
All right, what are you saying?
I just said I was just saying I'm just arguing because you said no, the Cardinals are the worst team when they're not.
They kind of are. All right. So now we're arguing. All right.
Who has the worst pick? Who has the worst pick?
I'm going to ask you a question. Who are the top 3 worst teams in the NFL right now? Go. Top 3 worst teams.
Yes, the Cardinals are in there. Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah, like I'm saying that you said, okay, we beat up on the worst team. My argument was no, not necessarily.
You said the worst team. You said the worst team. You said the Cardinals were the worst team. There's levels to this shit.
Yes,
there's level to this level of ass.
I'm saying point to point is that if Arizona and Carolina meet up, I'm probably picking Carolina over Arizona.
Then you're delusional.
Well,
but that's just me though. That's just me though.
Yeah, but I won $50 already this year. How much money you won?
Sports betting is illegal in California, so none.
Well, no, I don't do sports betting. I'm just doing a pool, but either way. Yeah. So, oh my god, I can't even find this fucking thing because, of course, I can't pull my goddamn driver out. Jesus Christ. I need a phone light here. Anyways. Misk, we definitely are frozen because I unplugged the camera. So, Caden said the Panthers are 100% the suckiest team in the NFL this year. Yeah, but the Saints suck. Like, when you think about it, the Panthers suck, the Cardinals suck, the Saints suck. There's a lot of shitty teams. The Patriots suck. The Jets. There's a lot of really bad teams this year. And a lot of them have gotten really unclean wins. For example, the Saints, all of their wins have been You know, they've always been down to penalties and bullshit, controversial calls. Patriots.
What kind of fucking narratives are you spinning?
I mean, dude, I hate the Patriots with a passion, but...
I was talking about the Saints shit. Like, you be watching Saints games like that?
Dude, I have a Saints hat. I'm a fan of Drew Brees and the Saints. I've been a Saints fan for a long-ass time. I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan first, 100%. But I like the Saints. I've always liked the Saints. I have a problem with this Saints team. They are not a pretty team. They are a shitty ass team. I can accept that. Look, I accepted when the Cowboys were a shit team. You know, like I'm sick and tired of fans pretending like you can jump ship and then pretend like, oh well, you always said. It's like, no. It's like poor ass. You know who I feel the worst for? Patriots fans. I feel the worst for those fuckers because real Patriots fans, before the Tom Brady era, had to sit there and be shit on for year after year. They had to be shit on. Finally, when they get some good shit, like, I don't like the Patriots, but I do feel bad for real Patriots fans, not the bandwagon bullshitters. I feel bad for the real fans because they've been fans because they grew up in Boston or New England or wherever, and they were fans of that fucking team when they were shit. I've been a fan of the Cowboys my entire life.
You describing like fucking 40-year-olds, bruh.
Dude,
talking about
before 40 years old. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying that's fucking old as shit. Like, half the population wasn't around before fucking Brady started playing for the Patriots.
Yeah, well,
the motherfucker's old.
Alright, so now you're being ageist. I'm calling you out. You're being ageist.
What's new? I call you a stupid senile old man like every VC.
Yeah, but I'm putting a phobic behind it. So now you're canceled, man.
Yes, I get it. You're old. Stop being a cornball already.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself. All right. Let's see if that works. I don't know. Fuck this stupid ass camera. I don't get why the camera's all fucked up. Anyways. All right. What the fuck is this anyway? All right. Let's see. All right. That's the keyboard. What's this? What's this fucking bullshit? Wait a minute, that's it. So what the fuck have I been... Here. Let's try that. It flashed for a moment. Let's see what the hell happens if I reset it. I don't know. Let's see. So guys, if the camera doesn't come back, I'm gonna try to create an image. Once again, it's a podcast, so it doesn't need to be. I don't need to be here waving my arms, anyways. So Kane says Saints on 100% better than the Cowboys. All right. Even Artist isn't gonna agree with that. So let's go. Kane said you sound like a Sakuna fan. Well, no, Sakuna fans. They're Sakuna fan. I don't even know how to talk about Sakuna fans. Boys, what do you think? All right. Like, Ben, what do you think about Sakuna fans? Or Artist, if Ben's not here. Artist, what do you think about Sakuna fans as a general rule? First,
I'm here. My tablet being a bit weird.
Okay. So, are you, all right, first and foremost, are you, let's use this as a point of topic for the podcast. Are you a Gojo or a Sakuna fan? Or are you a third-party Go?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I've been a Sakuna fan since like chapter 5, so... But I'm not like a hardcore fan. I'm a fan of nearly every character, but I really do like Sakuna.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not enough to argue for him, though. Just, I like the character. He's cool.
Okay. So, then... Oh, look. I think we have our... No, never mind. This goddamn piece of shit. Anyways, deactivate, activate. Activate it. Yay, we're kind of here for half a minute. Yeah. All right. So the original question was, you sound like a Sakuna fan. So you said that you are a Sakuna fan band.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Okay. So then I think the argument is, did Sukuna deserve that W? Go.
I'll be honest, he didn't. In my honest opinion, I don't believe he did. Because, we all read the same fight. Gojo had already won. Sukuna was on his last leg. And all of a sudden, boom, he wins. And, I wish there was a better... The thing is, if Gege wanted to, he could have made the fight very clearly in Sukuna's favor. Mm-hmm. But he made it look like Gojo was overwhelming him. So I feel like it's all about how he presented the fight. It's because Gojo was overwhelming him that Sukuna winning felt like, what the fuck? If it were more so a clean 50-50 fighter, Sukuna was overwhelming most of the time, then Sukuna winning, I don't think people would be upset that much. It's just about how they presented it, yeah.
That's fair. That's 100% fair in my very humble opinion. I think that's fair. Artist, what about you? You're a JJK fan, are you not?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. So are you a Sukuna or a Gojo fan? It's basically the Twilight all over.
You know who I'm a fan of. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, no, dude, we have to do this for the podcast. Would you just
Hashimo?
play ball for fuck's sakes, asshole? Jesus Christ.
Man, I was talking about the third party motherfucker, but whatever.
AITAH? Or whatever his fucking name.
I was talking about Toji. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, all right. See, there we go. I'm good with the third party. Let's go.
But I mean, if you were talking about who I prefer, I prefer like probably Gojo, but I still think Sukuna's cool. But Toji is my goat.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, so by the way, guys, I can't get the camera working. It keeps cutting out every time I reset it. So, obviously, there's going to be problems with recording videos this week, obviously. That sucks. I'm actually glad I wasn't planning on doing this. I got the house torn apart completely, and I was planning 100% on just not recording anything tonight and just keep working while watching football, that kind of idea. But this is actually a good thing. So a blessing in disguise a little bit here. But yeah, okay. So, I mean, at the end of the day, then, artist, once again, I gotta ask you then, did Sukuna deserve the win against Gojo or not?
I'm like so like about this at this point, bro. It's like should just have fucking Sukuna going a little bit deeper into his own bag instead of Megumi's, and then it looks like a better showing, and then maybe people would be happier.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. Well, then we've covered that. Caden was the one to bring it up anyways. And we've already talked about this at length in the JJK stream. So it's all good. At the end of the day, in my personal opinion, once again, I think that Gojo got done really dirty, not just for pacing and composition, but the fact of the matter is he was beating the shit out of Sukuna the entire fight, and then all of a sudden, no, I win. And it's like, okay, that makes no fucking sense, considering that when he had him unconscious, and then, you know what, the biggest insult is chapter 236, because Gojo stating that he never could have won, basically, or what he says is, it says, without 10 shadows, maybe I still would have lost, blah, blah, blah. Without Maharaga, he black flashed him. He knocked him unconscious. Right there, he could have cut his head off and ended the fight. Maharaga saved Sukuna twice in that fight. Without Maharaga, Sukuna dies. Literally dies. So the fact that Gojo then goes on to say, "Oh no, I don't know, man. I don't know how that fight would have went." It's like, well, now, like, Gege, it was basically trying to piss off both sides of the fan base. He's trying to make an argument. I don't know why he's trying to do it. It's not well written. It's not well done, in my opinion. Which is sad because otherwise, up until that part in the fight, the whole fight was goddamn good. And I'm looking forward to seeing it animated. You know, it's gonna be great. But up until then, I don't know. And also, somebody brought up the fact, and I talked on Discord to Misk about this. According to Megami from some source, and I'm thinking, is this a sub or a dub or a translation error or something? Megami stated that if the user of 10 Shadows falls unconscious, the Shikigami basically go, phew, they're gone. Shikigami cannot act independent while the user is unconscious. I've seen this.
Oh, funny enough. Oh, not to cut you off, but I know what you're talking about. I remember that was like chapter 1 where he got slammed into the wall by that no-name curse, and he was like, the incantation broke. I'm feeling all wobbly and shit.
Oh, maybe that's where it's from, because nobody cited a source, but somebody basically said that if Megami falls unconscious, it doesn't matter if he summons Maharaga, Divine Dogs, it doesn't matter. They would leave. So the fact that Gojo knocked Sukuna unconscious with Black Flash, and then Maharaga came in as plot armor to save the day, it's like, well, Maharaga can't come in and save the day because Sukuna is unconscious. So I think we have a bit of a plot hole going on there. If it's true that a 10 Shadows user, when knocked unconscious, the Shikigami cannot be summoned. But I don't know where it was stated. Nobody cited a source. Somebody just brought it up, and I was like, oh, well, I don't care enough, nor do I know enough to bring that up. So I'm not gonna bring in, like, I'm the guy. I'm not gonna bring an argument to the table when that
doesn't make sense.
You know what?
Griever, that doesn't make any sense because in Shibuya, he literally summoned Maharaga. Maharaga knocked him out, and then Maharaga was still active.
They already hold on. They already made that he didn't summon Maharaga. Correct yourself. He didn't summon Maharaga. What he did, he initiated the ritual to control Maharaga, whatever it's called. He did the thing where, oh, I need to summon him, and until one of us dies, either I make him submit. He did the trial. He did the Black Panther ritual shit. He didn't summon him. You know what I'm saying?
But the question is, did Sukuna do that? Because, I mean, I'm going to assume that Sukuna did a ritual as well, putting Gojo. I don't really know because
you're right.
If it was on Sukuna, I don't remember.
We don't know. We don't know, and that's the problem. Once again, I've had this problem with JJK for a long time. Is that as overcomplicated as the power system is, there's a lot of holes in the power system that can be easy. Well, why not A? And everyone tries to explain it away with a bunch of complicated paragraphs, and it's like, yeah, but why not A? You know, like, why not RCT? Like, for example, why Gojo's head wasn't cut off. I understand everyone's like making all the memes. Oh, the cope. And I'm like, what is stopping Yuta from jumping in there, grabbing the two halves of Gojo's body and piecing them back together with RCT? There is literally nothing in the story that has told me that they cannot do that. So why everyone... And the moment you say that, you're like, oh, you're such a Gojo fan. You're such cope. And I'm like, no, I'm not coping. I don't give a fuck. I dropped the series. I haven't read the last 5 chapters. I'm just saying that your own power system has stated that it's possible to piece two halves back together. So why in the hell would I believe that you can't do it for the strongest sorcerer? That makes no sense. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is odd to me, man.
Me personally, I'm not really taking it all that serious anymore. I'm just kind of reading it. I'm enjoying it. I feel like if you get to the point where like when for some people they take it a bit too serious. They like go too crazy on it. Personally, I'm just kind of like, you know what, man. If Gege's not taking it seriously, why should I? So I'm just gonna enjoy the ride that he gives us until it's over.
I don't think he's taking that seriously, but
Oh, not at all. The fact that those fucking Americans and Chinamen just disappeared from Japan. We don't know what fucking happened to them. The fact that he just glossed over 1 month of fucking preparation. We don't like. Come on now. He clearly wants to. He clearly wants to fucking finish it, and he's rushing in my eyes. So be it.
Fair enough. Let's see. Kane said if Sukuna didn't have the 10 shadows, he wouldn't have been able to defeat Gojo. I'm under that opinion as well. I think Gojo only lost because Sukuna got 10 shadows. Without Maharaga, Sukuna loses. I'm of that opinion. But it's fine. Call me a Gojo fan, whatever. I don't care. Kane said Gojo literally knocked out Sukuna 3 or 4 times in that fight. Yeah, he dominated that fight. And Kane said if Sukuna true form could have done anything to Gojo, he would have used it at the beginning of the fight because we know Sukuna would have anything that he thinks would give him an advantage. See, I don't agree. That's the last part I don't agree with. Because Sukuna knows that whether he wins or loses to Gojo, there is a monument of people that are very powerful. You have Yuta, you have Hakari, you have Kashimo, you have all these strong-ass people waiting in the wings to basically jump him at the end of the day. So he's going to try to win with the most amount of effort, the bare minimum amount of curse technique that he can because he needs to keep something in the reserves. So I'm not upset at the fact that he didn't go true form. I'm upset at the fact that he didn't need to go true form to defeat Gojo. That's kind of the bullshit. And the fact, or had at least in that airport Harry Potter, right out of a J.K. Rowling novel, Harry Potter scene with the airport. Oh my God, we changed it from an airport to a train station. We're so original. Gege clearly read Harry Potter and fucking said, yeah, I can do that too. But what he did was, instead of having Gojo say, yeah, or just a throwaway line, it would have worked. A throwaway, power scales would have went nuts. But a throwaway line from either Gito or Gojo saying basically like 10 shadows was the reason he lost. Not, I couldn't have beat him regardless of 10 shadows, would have been fine. I still say the pacing and the way the chapters were done was bullshit. Everyone hates that I compared JJK to Bleach, but he tried to pull a Bleach, he fucked up, and it didn't work. Let's just acknowledge that the man, sometimes mangas aren't perfect. They fuck up. Oda's fucked up before. Like every major manga has fucked up at some point in their story. They've written a chapter and they went, yeah, no, I was trying to do a thing and it didn't really work out. And Gege usually is one who goes balls to the wall. He does 11 out of 10. When they say, all right, we're going to do this as a 5, he dials it up to 11. So kudos to him for trying to do things differently. Good for him. But sometimes when you gamble, you lose. And he lost when it came to that. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter whether you're a Gojo or a Sukuna fan. It does not matter. It's just bad pacing, poorly shown, and if you wanted Sukuna to be Gojo, there were way better ways to showcase it and do it. And both the pacing, the panels, and the dialogue did none of it. So I hope the anime fixes it. That's all I can say. Because we can all acknowledge that most shonen endings are trash, and the anime has to come up and clean up, you know? So.
Fair enough.
Molitera Packaging says, Griever, you should read Superhuman Era. Is that a manga or something? I'm not familiar. I am not familiar, unfortunately. So, alright. So, since my camera doesn't work anyways, it doesn't really matter here. We were gonna go... well, before we do that, artist, band, do you guys have anything to say before we continue on from this? This was only brought up because Caden was in the chat talking about Sakuna fans.
Oh, not really, not really.
Okay.
No.
All good. All good. So the whole point of this podcast was to kill a bit of time while I'm waiting for a shepherd's pie to cook. And we were going to go through the Am I the Asshole subreddit.
Oh, hold up. I'll be back. If I might be back, I'm getting a call right now. So give me a moment.
So, what I was going to do, it doesn't matter that I don't have video streaming anyways, because what I was going to do was I was going to go through, I was going to read them, and because I've seen a lot of other YouTubers, big-time YouTubers, that's all they do. They go on subreddits and they go on Twitter and they just read responses to things, and they get a ton of views. So I'm like, well, I need something because I haven't posted anything in a while, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'll do this. So, anyways, so I thought I'd go through this one because sometimes this one is clear, but I'd like it's clear, black and white, like who's the asshole in the situation. But sometimes it's a gray area, so I wanted to go through at least, I don't know, like 10 of them. Just read them here on stream. I don't think I get copyrighted for that shit, so if I'm not showing it, I think I'm fine. So let's see. So the first one, let's go down the list. Am I the asshole if I, 35 male, seen messages of my wife, 35 female, sending to a young man, 27 male, kissing emojis and asking him if she needs it? ? It made me ask for a divorce. Okay, I think Buddy's jumping the gun a little bit here, but all right, let's hear him out. We have 2 children, 8 and 5 years old. This isn't the first time she had been flirting or sending or deleting cryptic messages. Oh, yeah, she's totally cheating on you then. She even got drunk last night and told me she doesn't love me anymore. It broke my heart. Alright, this one's obvious. I usually go to my dad for advice, but he died. Oh, Jesus, and my mom is not in my life. Please give me answers. I pray God takes care of my children because I can take care of myself. Alright, first off, Buddy's an asshole because he's like, I pray that God takes care of my children. No, you need to step up, take your children away from this toxic woman, and you need to raise these fucking kids. You need to teach them against everything their mother did. That's what you need to do. So, but are you the asshole? No. Your wife has obviously been cheating on you this whole time. You're not the asshole. Your wife's and there are 2 comments on this one. Not the asshole. Your wife is a whore. Your wife is a whore. Sorry, don't feel bad. You deserve better. And then I wouldn't jump straight to divorce, but you're not the asshole. I mean, I wouldn't jump straight to divorce either. I mean, if she's been doing this, if this is a pattern, then yeah, you definitely need to do that. And you need to get the kids away from their mother in a strictly, I'm going to be the sole, what do they call it? Not the breadwinner, the parent that basically takes care of them all the time. So,
Caretaker.
The what artist?
Caretaker.
Yeah, the caretaker. Yeah, sure, let's go with the caretaker. The primary caretaker. Yeah, the one basically you're gonna receive child support checks, not the other way around. Though granted, in North America, women automatically get child support checks, and men just need to get fucked. So, I mean, good luck, my man. That's all I can say. Which I think is incredibly unfair, but nowadays it's starting to slowly turn around. Me Too movement really fucked guys in the ass. It did a lot of good, then it did a lot of bad, and now we're slowly coming back to the idea that it's going to slowly correct itself back to a good equilibrium. We're seeing a lot more TikToks and YouTube shorts and stuff of judges basically being like, yeah, no, you can't just be a whore all night and fucking leave him with the kids. That's not how this works. You pay him child support. It's like, oh my god, you mean a woman has to pay child support? It's crazy. But it's happening now, so things are happening. It's all good. Okay, the next poke was labeled as fake, so we're not going to read that one. The next one is, am I the asshole for not wanting to pay my full share for a cottage rental? Okay. Every year, me and my 3 to 4 friends go to a cottage for a few days. Alright, seems pretty standard. Every year, I'm the one who books the cottage. Okay. I look through a bunch of properties, pick about 10 different ones, and about 2 weeks texting everyone in the group so they can agree which property. Okay, so you do most of the work. Fair enough. It can be difficult because they're all really picky about things like there's no dock, the bedrooms look small, the living room looks uncomfortable, there's no Wi-Fi, no TV, etc., etc. All right. So it takes a while to look through a lot of properties to find one everyone will like and for them to be affordable, aka for them to be nice enough that everyone in the group starts wondering about the price, which is usually the same price we pay every year. I mean, automatically my idea is get some new goddamn friends right out of the gate. Because, like, if this is an annual thing and you're looking at this and you're going through it and every year this is such a hassle, why the fuck? Like, there's a difference between booking the yearly trip to Mexico, be like, alright, I gotta get some plane tickets, alright, I gotta find the best deal, versus doing all the shit that you're talking about every fucking time. And clearly nobody's happy with, oh, we went to that place last year, we need a new place. Like, this sounds like a bunch of entitled city white people, in my opinion. Like, you could take them to the perfect fucking spot. You know, gorgeous. Beach, dock, the whole bit, Wi-Fi, everything. And then at the end of the day, when you had a great time, it'd be like, well, where are you taking us next year? Well, why not back to that same great place? No, we need a new place. Like, seriously, I'd go back to the same resort. I went to the same resort 3 times. When I was 15, when I was 19, and when I was like 25. I never complained that I went back to the same resort. You know why? Because I had a great fucking time when I was 15 and 25. I never complained. So, like, these entitled fucking people, and I guarantee you they're either American or they're white or they're both. Because you don't have this type of attitude from anyone outside of that demographic. So this year, one guy from the group, Paul, said he would take on the task of picking a cottage. We happened to all be at his house and he looked up some properties on his PC. We're excited about Paul. He's kind of like an unofficial leader of the group, and he knows it. He often gets his way, and often the rest of the group overlooks his selfish behavior because he can be really charismatic. Usually he's a nice guy, though. Okay, I'm sensing some unresolved hostility here. Okay, back to that night. Choosing some properties kind of all went fast. We skimmed through several cottages, sort of settled on 3 different ones, but didn't make a final decision. I thought we would do what I always have the group do. Send everyone the link to the choices so they can look them over in their own time. But later in the night, Paul just decided we should book one that night, and since we all agreed on the 3 already, as Paul is Paul, everyone was fine with him booking one of them. If that was me, 100% everyone would just ask for links and say they want to look them over again. Alright, we're getting a bit of I'm a side character, not the main character vibe here, but okay. So anyway, Paul went down to his office, was gone for a good half hour, during which I assumed he was checking all the details, came back to say it was all done. Cool, I thought. At least I don't have to hound the group for weeks while everyone agrees on a property. It sounds like a good thing in theory. It's like, yeah, okay, he's being a bit forceful, but at the end of the day, it's like, alright. I don't have to deal with the work. Fast forward to the day before our cottage weekend, and Paul lets the group know that he didn't notice that the cottage is water access only, meaning we all need to take a water taxi to get to it, which tacked on another $500. By the way, this bit of info was written in all caps as the very first sentence of the cottage description. I don't want to pay for this since it was Paul who made the final decision and didn't go over all the details before booking, something it takes me almost 2 weeks to do specifically so that something like that doesn't happen. Everyone in the group was just saying it was an honest mistake and we should split the water taxi cost. When they asked for not wanting to pay, though I think you're a little self-righteous, I don't think you're the asshole in this particular situation. I'm of the firm belief that no, you're not the asshole. I mean, at the end of the day, you look at it, this guy was a poor planner. He clearly read the thing. I just similarly went through this with my wife fucking 3 months ago when she was trying to book shit, and her very terrible aunts did the same shit. So, yeah, no. You know what? Even though you're being a little self-righteous about the whole situation and being obviously a little bit envious or jealous of Paul, at the end of the day, you're not the asshole. He's the asshole, and no, you shouldn't have to pay. Go find new friends. Cain said if King Leonidas fought Heracles, he would have dog-walked Heracles. Nah, I don't see that. Cain said, am I the asshole if my wife cheated on me and by my whole marriage so I cut off contact with her family and my family knows about it? I mean, maybe. So yeah, that one's a little more cut and dry. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a good one. I'm looking for a good headline here. Sorry. These are all the new ones. Let's try the hot ones for a minute.
You sort the controversial.
What's that, Art?
Sort by controversial.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find here. I remember reading one thing about the term queer. That was really controversial. I only read the headline. I didn't read the whole story, so I thought that'd be a good one, but I'm not seeing it. Wonder if I can search it. No, I don't want to create a post. I want to search through the posts. Maybe I can check it. Well, I mean, I think I want to find it on my phone because that's where I found it originally. Let's go. Activity. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. It was a good one, though. It was a good one. Um, basically, all right. I'm just gonna talk about it in my layman's terms, just for something to controversial to talk about. Basically, so there's a woman, right? A sister or whatever. All right. So she finally struggled with her identity. Blah blah blah. And all good. Whatever. Um, she finally decided on queer. Out of all the labels, out of bisexual, pansexual, everything, she decided on queer. It's like, alright, cool. Then, her brother, who she describes as very feminine and all this stuff that people expected, basically thought he was gay. Sort of think Raj from The Big Bang Theory was her description, right? Very, like, if they came out as gay, you would not be fucking surprised and be like, okay, fine dandy. But no, is straight and likes women. Fine dandy, feminine guys. It does happen. So it's like, okay, cool. So either way, described herself as queer and blah blah blah. They end up at a nephew's birthday, a 5-year-old, by the way, nephew's birthday party. And when she's talking to one of her cousins and stuff and starts saying, well, now I'm queer and stuff, talking about the stuff, the brother comes up and basically says, hey, can I talk to you? All right. So they go off to the side, basically says, listen, I don't want you using the word queer. It makes me uncomfortable. And so the sister says, well, that's how I identify, and I'm not going to apologize for that. And he's like, yeah, but you know very well that, like, I was called fag, queer, all that shit. Like, it's a derogatory term when we were growing up. When we were growing up in high school and stuff, in junior high, I was called queer and a fag and all these things. It's a hurtful term as far as I'm concerned. So I don't give a fuck how you identify, but please don't say, like, we're at a kid's birth. Like, I don't want to hear that word. It sounds really harsh to my ears. And then the sister says, well, basically, I understand, but kind of too bad. We're taking the word back, sort of idea. And it's like, okay. So, anyways, they get in a big fight. They start shouting. And, anyway, both of them leave the party. And as far as I know, at the end of the day, the people are texting back and forth after the party and stuff. And some people were saying it was inappropriate to have this conversation at all during a 5-year-old nephew's birthday party. So, my opinion right away was, yeah, never immediately agree with whatever family member said. Why the fuck were you having this conversation? Regardless how uncomfortable you were, why the fuck were you having this conversation at a 5-year-old's birthday party? That was not the time and place to have it. So, 100% agree with that. Both people are at fault. Now, I do think that this is a bit of a gray line because, yeah, it is great that the sister has finally figured out her own sexuality, her own identity, her own blah, 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 whatever that 2023 is going to spin it. That's fantastic. And the fact that she's found the term to describe it, you know, and she's happy. She's like, yeah, I'm queer, and that's what I am. All right, great. I'm happy that you're happy. However, the brother who has been emasculated and been ridiculed with that word his entire childhood also has somewhat of a point. Because it's like, would you stop throwing that word in my face? That word literally gives me PTSD from being shoved in lockers and being called a queer. So when you proudly sit back, pump your chest and say, I'm a queer, I'm having fucking Vietnam flashbacks. Please stop doing that. Like, I'm glad that you're queer, but like, I'm a little like, I think it's a gray area because I sort of see it. Because at the same time, if all of a sudden the LGBT community all of a sudden said, I want to take back the word fag. Well, wait a minute. If people started shouting, oh, hey, I identify as a faggot, you know, at a child's birthday party, that sounds bad. I just said it and that fucking scares me. I'm probably going to get canceled for saying it on a podcast. But that right there sounds really harsh. That bothers me. Like, oh, great, you're taking back the word and you're taking away its power, blah, blah, blah. That's fantastic, but like, where do we draw the line? To this guy, queer is drawing the line, you know? So I'm sort of there sitting in the gray area going, well, I sort of see his point. Like, good for her. If she wants to identify as ABC, whatever, good for her. But he has every right to be uncomfortable, which is what he apparently described to his sister, saying that that's like a traumatizing word to him. Like, if she all of a sudden identified as a fag or a faggot or something like that, like, everyone would be up in arms over that word. But because it's queer and now the LGBT community has taken that word back, supposedly, over the last 5 years, now it's okay to use. But 10 years ago, queer was a slur. So he wasn't born 5 years ago. He was born 20 years ago. He lived 15 years of his life where queer was a slur. So I don't know how to feel about this one. Artist, if you've been listening, please give me your thoughts on this one. Because I'm sort of... They're both sort of right, but both wrong?
I guess.
The fact that you're pausing so long tells me that it is a complicated issue. Can we agree on that out of the gate?
Yeah, I get it, but it's like, I don't want to say he's like the guy,
Mm-hmm.
like being like a pansy, because I get it, but like the word all like a bunch of words have like different connotations and meanings, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and being, I don't know, it's like being called. I wouldn't. I don't think justified like getting up in arms about it.
Mm-hmm. I like, in my opinion, and I'll ask you if you agree with me. What he probably should have done, and not at a nephew's birthday party, by the way, should have taken his sister aside after the fact, like when they were alone or something, or texted her and said, "Look, I know it's crazy, but that word sort of triggers me or whatever." And once again, I'm with you because I'm from the, as you just said it like earlier on the podcast, like you're a boomer and blah blah blah. So I'm all the grow a thicker skin snowflake, right? So I am of that opinion. Like, I got bullied and stuff, and I'm like, well, grow the fuck up, right? So I get it, but at the same time, his best course would have been to go to his sister in a totally private situation and said, I don't know how to deal with this, but that word sounds like, a white person saying the N-word to me. You know what I mean? Like, it bothers the fuck out of me. So I'm glad that you found out who you are, but could you stop saying it at the top of your lungs during family gatherings or something? Like, I don't know how you go about that. Like, because if it's a bad word, it's sort of like, for me, when we were growing up, when I was growing up, the big thing was retard. That was what you used as an insult. It's a slur. It's always been a slur. It always will be a slur. But that was a word you used. When I met my wife, very early on, she told me, I don't like you using that word. So what did I do? Corrected my behavior and stopped using the word outside of contests, like talking right now. Outside of talking about it, I don't use it anymore. I'll still say cunt, shit, fuck, pussy, whatever, but she didn't like me using that word. Probably working with autism, children and stuff like that. She found that a very derogatory term, and she told me, I don't like you using that word. Okay. So instead of arguing with her, I was like, well, then I'll just fucking stop using it. It took a little bit of time, but for the most part, I don't use the word anymore. It's very, very simple. It's no different than when we were on the playground. Fag and faggot was there. Now, whoa, you gonna be slapped with a lot of lawsuits. You start saying that shit on the playground. So, I sort of get what Buddy's saying. Just because from the time he was a teenager till now, queer isn't in the same realm as retard and fag, just because it's not there doesn't mean it wasn't there at the time. And the fact that just because people think they stole the word back or took it back or whatever doesn't mean that he still doesn't have very relevant feelings towards the word, in my opinion. So, I don't know the right answer to this situation, honestly. This is a very gray one. I don't know it. I don't want to tell anybody they can't identify as queer. I don't even know what queer means, but I don't want to tell anybody they can't do that. I mean, if you want to identify as a fucking blue penguin, I don't really give a fuck. But at the end of the day, you do you, man. But at the same time, if it's bothering somebody else, especially someone in your family, I don't know.
No, I was gonna say,
Sure.
huh?
Yeah, artist, go ahead.
No, the way you paraphrased it, if you got the details correctly, sounds like that was the first family gathering, so that's why she would have been saying it so much. Outside of that context, it's probably not said nearly as much or something that you flaunt around. So I think that plays into a bigger factor of why I'd probably side with the woman, the sister.
That's, you know what, that's a fair point. I don't have the actual text in front of me, so, but if I'm remembering correctly, no, there was no other instance, at least told in the Reddit post, about, because this was actually from the perspective of the sister, of the woman.
Yeah, so if, like, imagine you're just, like, at a party, you're seeing a bunch of, like, relatives you haven't seen in forever, they're asking, like, how you're doing, what's new.
Yeah.
Like, telling them about yourself, so then it's like, oh, yeah, that's why it's being said so much, so.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that, because, for example, if somebody, like, that's why I'm very gray on this, because if someone came out and said, well, having, as you said, at the same situation, and said, well, what's been going on? Well, actually, I'm gay, or whatever. It'd be like, okay, that's fine, because, it ain't 1850. We're all good with, that, now. So it's like, yeah. So now it sounds like bigotry from that perspective, from the brother's side. You know what I mean? Like, but when the sister put it into context that he's a very... People assumed that the brother was gay the whole time, and he was bullied and called a queer his entire school life as a derogatory term, that does put it into a bit more perspective. I just feel like the sister might have had a little more compassion for the brother knowing all this information, considering all that information is coming from the sister's perspective. We're not even getting the brother's perspective. We're getting the sister's perspective, basically saying, oh, he's very effeminate. Everyone thought he was gay, blah, blah, blah. He was bullied. He was called a queer, shoved in lockers, all that shit. And it's like, well, then, yeah, maybe he has a little bit of a problem, you know what I mean? Like, so, granted, I don't think the word queer is the problem. I think there's a lot of other issues going on there. But I am curious to know when the LGBT XYZ 1,000 other letters is going to start taking back the word fag, and then it's going to create a whole nother kettle of fish. Because that's all I could think about when I read that. I was like, oh God, when are they going to take back a real slur? When are they going to start saying, oh, we're taking that word back, and then they're going to use that as a thing, and it's going to be a huge... Because, I mean, you can't say that on news stations or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you get fired. So, now I'm curious as to what point are they going to reach when they start doing that shit. And I don't mean, and here's the big thing, I don't mean, like, the LGBT community as a whole. Most of them, like, I would argue, like, 90% of them are very just wholesome. Listen, we're just people trying to live our lives, blah, blah, blah. But there's always that 10% or 5% of extremists who give every group, it doesn't matter, Black Lives Matter, LGBT, pro this, pro that, whatever. There's always that extremist, that 1% to 5% of people that give them all a bad name all over TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's really unfortunate, really, because regardless what the good message of any group is, it's always going to be taken out of context. It's always going to be taken, completely by the extreme side of things. You don't ever interview, like, not one of my best friends, but a friend that I've known for a long time. He's gay, and you wouldn't know it or whatever, but they never interview him. You know what I mean? Like, he's never the guy that they interview on the news, on the 5 o'clock news. They never interview the guy who's been married for 5 years to a lovely guy and blah blah blah, and they're living happy and blah, blah. They the guys across the street, they've been I don't know if they're Commonwealth or they're married, but I've known them for 4 years. Really nice guys, that kind of stuff. They never interview them. Like, why are they only ever interviewing the extremists? I mean, I guess news sells, like, the more radical stuff, but they never just go to a small town, go down the street and say, hey, oh, we have a lesbian couple on the street. Hi, we'd like to talk to you. You know what I mean? It's always, let's find the most, hairs, nails, clothes, shoes guys, or the most, biker version, like, football, Super Bowl woman that we can find. Somebody, like, an extreme side of one paint to the other to interview, and it's just crazy when I think about it. Now, Ben came back in here, but he left.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he came back in here, but he left after a few minutes, and he didn't message anything.
Probably because you was talking about that gay shit.
Yeah, we both know. Does Ben like gay people? No, not at all. Why do you think he hates you so much, artist? I mean, it's so sad. All right. We really shouldn't be saying this on a podcast. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Like, this is not my day job. If I got canceled tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, I'm shutting down the YouTube channel. That does not bother me. I can say whatever the fuck I want on this. That's the beauty of not being tied when YouTubers aren't tied or podcasters, Twitch streamers, whatever, aren't tied to the income from that platform, we can say whatever the hell we want. We just hold our tongue if it's making us money. But if we're not making money, like yours truly, nothing I can say. It's a beautiful thing. I'll be right back. Just gonna take a leak, and then we'll try to find another one. I'll tell you what, artist. Are you gonna stick around for a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, I'll read the headlines of each of the Am I the Asshole subreddit. You tell me which one you want me to read in detail.
Okay.
Alright. Rather than me just reading them, because the first two were like really boring. Like, it was clear. So, yeah. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to get that fucking whatchamacallit back up and running. The used to have a intermission sound or whatever. Worked out really well.
The loud obnoxious music.
Yeah, exactly. The loud obnoxious music. Hey, it was free and it would run while instead of dead silence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's see. Let's go hot. So, am I the asshole for wanting to divorce my husband for wanting a son? Mother-in-law keeps walking in my house unannounced. That sounds boring. My wife is extremely upset about her birthday. Yeah, that's boring. Am I the asshole for kicking my pregnant daughter out and changing the locks on her, and my husband? Okay, that's bad English there, but okay. There's one. Am I the asshole for not wanting my wife to wear her first husband's ring? No, you're not the asshole. I don't even need to read that one. No.
Are you still in the shower?
Any of these sound appealing yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Meh.
Okay. We'll keep going. We'll keep going then. I mean, that last one was easy. Yeah, no. Dude, you marry another dude, you do not, like, first off, I already have an agreement with my wife. I'm like, if I die, trust me, you ain't remarrying. You remarry, you might as well not come up to heaven because I ain't gonna be waiting.
That's crazy.
Nah, man, I'm built. I know we're mammals. I mate for life, man. I'm good. I have one woman, and that's it. I marry one, I die with one. That's it. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about the straight up, you marry someone, you don't remarry. Marriage is between two people that love each other and have kids together. I don't get this whole... The world's gone fucked when it comes to that shit, so... Like, I know so many, like, people that are step-parents. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I don't want to be a stepdad. I ain't raising somebody else's fucking brat. I'm gonna raise my kids. Not somebody else's fucking kids. That's their job, not my job. Am I the asshole for withholding sex from my husband? Okay. Never mind, gotta read this one. It's short. I, 27 female, have been married to my husband, who's 30. Okay, that sounds about right. For 3 years. I told him I want a divorce. Jesus. He insisted we have sex one more time before we finalize the divorce. Told him I didn't think that would be a good idea. So I told him no. Am I wrong? Update. He says he wants to have sex one last time as one last goodbye. Wow. I mean... Like... Artist, I'm going to let you talk about this one first.
That's like... It's like high-key pitiful.
You think? A little bit?
I don't know, it's just funny.
It is. I'm going to just text ban to come back in here because that one's funny. I mean, yeah, like, basically, from what let's see if we're on the same page. He's just basically trying to get laid one more time before he's like, yeah, it's fucking over, but might as well get some pussy before we do it.
Uh-huh.
That's literally what he's after. It's like, fuck. Oh, man. Alright, that one was kind of funny. Like, at first I was like, withholding sex from my husband. Alright, is this going to be some fucking power play bullshit? Like the whole... He won't clean out the garage, so I'm not gonna sleep with him. Fucking bullshit, It's like, bitch, I'm working, I'm fucking the breadwinner, get fucking naked, None of that bullshit. No. None of that 1950s shit. No. It's literally, we're getting divorced. It's like, well, I want to have sex before we, like, I hate you, but I want to fuck you. Like, what? Let's see. Alright, the next one. Am I the asshole for taking a piece of chicken off my husband's plate? I don't even want to... Like, wait, what? I kind of want to know, but anyways. Am I the asshole for refusing to see my parents for holidays if they ban my dogs from their house? That needs context, but whatever. Am I the asshole for getting a guy banned from my college campus? Oh. That one is a little... It depends on the context. Am I the asshole for being upset with my wedding dress designer for taking my wedding dress to France and not telling me? Well, that one, no. If you pay someone to design a dress that you didn't design, they design it. It's their design, and I don't even need to read that one. Am I the asshole for wanting to divorce my husband because he wants a son?
You read that one already. I read the headline already.
Oh, yeah. My girlfriend got upset about threesomes. How short is this one? Alright, this one's pretty short. We'll read this one because you didn't say yay or nay on any of them, so I gotta read something. Alright. Oh, by the way, artist, could you please be in the stream? By the way, so I have a viewer. By the way, but the reason I say that is that do you love my image since I can't show the camera of Vegeta pointing at himself, being like, "It's fucking me. I'm Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans." It's pretty sexy, is all I'm going to say. I know you're more of a Goku guy, but Vegeta's my guy, so.
Where'd you get that from? Like, that's a just blatant assumption.
Well, you know, you're with Cryptic, so I assumed more of a Goku. Less of a Vegeta, more of a Goku. That's just, I thought that's more your type. No, I'm just making shit up as I go along, to be perfectly honest with you.
I prefer Vegeta. I think my favorite character from Dragon Ball is probably Future Trunks.
A lot of people got Future Trunks as a favorite, yeah. I missed when the original design, when Future Trunks had the long hair, but the long hair with the short bangs, like in the title screen when it went Dragon Ball and Goku went Super Saiyan and stuff. If you notice, it's Trunks' short hair and long hair in the back. When he had the sword and the jacket and all, that was his peak design. It looked so good, but we never see it in the actual show. It just looked really good. But I do agree. Future Trunks is pretty badass. Especially when he did the whole out of the time chamber shit. He was on point. I'm upset what they did to him in Super, but it's fine. So let's see. My girlfriend got upset about threesomes. I just wanted to be known when I say threesome, I mean MFF. Okay, so only the male fantasy, not the female fantasy. Alright, let's go. So basically a week ago, my girlfriend brought up threesomes, kind of out of nowhere, and kept on saying that she thinks I would be into that, and she wouldn't want that, but thinks I would, and then kept asking me if I would. I just avoided the question because, well, what guy would not agree to a threesome? Any guy who knows that he's not a fucking porn star and knows that dissatisfying two women at once is more of a letdown? No, you automatic, like, this is obviously, like, yeah, because they said 19 male, yeah, 100% 19 male, of course, because you think, like, it's the ultimate fantasy, having two girls sucking my dick, man. No, it's awful. You would need to outperform yourself. Remember, women can have multiple orgasms. Guys can't. You need to stay. There's a lot of work involved, okay? There is a shit ton of work involved with satisfying two women at once. No, it's a chore. It's more of a chore than anything. Trust me, from a guy who knows, it's more of a chore than anything else. Unless the women are really fucking into each other, you're gonna put in 150% of the work, and it's gonna feel exhausting by the time you're done. You're not going to be sitting there like, oh my god, I can't wait to do that again. You're going to be sitting there going, oh my god, I thought it'd be like a porn. It's not. So, yeah, no. this guy, yeah, 19 male, yeah, it makes sense. He's thinking with sunshine and rainbows, and he's just naive. It's fine. It's fine. Most guys are idiots. They don't know better. It's all good. Alright, so... But the girlfriend accusing him of wanting one, I mean, every guy wants one. Every guy grew up with the Sears catalog. We all want one. But we don't know we don't want one until we've had one and then realize, oh my god, I don't want to run a marathon either, so... So let's see. Anyway, she brought it up again the next day, and the same happened. I just avoided the question, and the conversation moved on. Day she, that it wouldn't matter because, wait, what? Today, she brought it up again, and I said, my response doesn't matter anyways, because if I say I'm not into it, that wouldn't matter because you're not either. If I say I am, it doesn't matter because you wouldn't want to anyways. Then she said, maybe if you say you're interested in it, then it would make me want to. So I said, but I know you're not. Then she said, I know you would want to. Then we went back and forth with the kind of chatter. I eventually said, okay, fine, maybe it is a fantasy, but it basically every straight guy has that. But he's not wrong, and the girl's pressuring him into basically admitting something that she's pissed about. Then she started getting sad and saying that she feels like she's not enough for me and kept, alright, break up with this chick. She's got insecurity issues. She's trying to force a breakup. And kept saying that what I want is more than her and she's not enough for me and blah, blah, blah. Try my best. No, you're not the asshole, buddy. I mean, once again, it's one of those things that, yeah, it's the ultimate fantasy for any straight guy. Artists wouldn't know about this. But it's...
Hey, you're funny. You're funny.
It's the ultimate fantasy for a straight guy when he's young, when he's a teenager, is to have multiple girls on his dick. It sounds great in theory, but when you realize that you need to fucking give all of them a good time, it's more mature than anything else. So, yeah, no, it sounds good in theory. It's not good in practice, generally speaking, unless, of course, the two women are bisexual, and then you can split the profits, as it were. You know what I'm saying? So unless you're dealing with bisexual women, it doesn't work as well as you would think. And this woman clearly was trying to force a breakup. Because, yeah, every guy has looked at the Sears catalog, every guy has looked at porn, and every guy has thought about having multiple women sucking his dick. But it doesn't, yeah, no, that's, I feel bad. You're not the asshole, but you need to break up with this woman. Okay, alright, let's read some more. So, pay attention now, artist. Am I the asshole for considering telling the spouse my daughter is cheating with about their affair? I don't even understand the sentence. Am I the asshole for telling my dad he has no reason to involve himself in my life? Am I the asshole for not wanting to be a second mother to my 19-month-old cousin? I get annoyed when my wife FaceTimes me when she's with a group of friends, usually while drinking. Am I the asshole for hanging out? Or hanging up, sorry, not hanging up. Hanging up on my daughter for implying that she has daddy issues? Oh God, I don't even want to get into that one. Am Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to get an abortion? Okay, here's something controversial. Here we go. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am, what do they call it? Pro-choice or whatever. Basically, if a woman wants an abortion. I also, though, think that a guy has a say in that shit, and that's the problem. It's a gray issue for me. It's a gray issue for me. I think that if a woman decides to have a baby that a guy doesn't want, paying 18 years of child support is fucking unfair as shit. But I do believe that a woman should have the right to fucking, if they want an abortion, 100% they should have one. I don't think guys should decide it, but I also think that if a guy says no and a woman says yes, they should be opted out, sign some legal documents and say, hey, I'm not legally, you want to keep the baby, that's fine, but I'm not legally tied to the baby. Once again, I think unprotected sex, it's just sex ed 101, people, but I am of the opinion that the child support laws are fucked and are total favor of females, so I do agree with some of it. Let's see. Asking girlfriend to get an abortion. Okay, let's go. I, a 29-year-old male, have a girlfriend who's 26. It's always been very family-oriented. She loves family and she's always dreamed about having kids. She's gone on and on for days about how badly she wants to be a mother. I don't really want any kids and I'm not in a rush to have them. Then why are you with this person? Alright, buddy's already an asshole right out of the gate. Because his goals, long term, don't align with hers. He realizes that she wants to be a family, she wants to be a mother, she wants to be a family person, and he doesn't want to be that. Yet he's staying with her. So automatically, he knows long term he's being a prick. So, buddy's the asshole right out of the gate. Would you agree with that, artist? I haven't read the rest of this, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, at that stage in life, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in your late 20s and you've assessed that your long-term goals don't match up with somebody else's, like my buddy, a very nice guy, and I feel so bad for him. He's my age. He's in his early 30s, and he doesn't have a girl. And he's feeling so far behind everybody else who's having kids, getting married, having houses, that kind of stuff. And he feels he's getting into a depression because he feels like he's falling behind in life. So he's trying out, he's going on all these dates, but he finds these women and he's like, no, like if I don't see myself marrying this chick, then I'm not going to waste my time for 2 years with them. And then he moves on and stuff. And that might sound cold and callous, but no, I'm like, good for you, man, because what you want to find what I've got. You want to find what other people got. You want to find a wife. You don't want to find a fling. Good for you, you know? It might seem cold and callous, but it's not. It's I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife, you know? So, and I mean, that's very hard to do. And I wish him the best, but, you know, I mean, I had to go across an entire country to find mine, so, you know, and he went to Japan to try to find his, and still didn't find it, so I don't know. I think white women are the problem. Considering he's looking for an Asian woman, and I married a Latina, so... But yeah, one day we decided to have the devil's tango. Oh God. And she seemed surprisingly excited for me to put on the condom. After we were done, she seemed very satisfied, but I just thought it was because we had just done it. After a while, maybe 2 weeks, she told me that she'd been throwing up a lot and that she's fatigued and stuff like that. and she whips out a pregnancy test and says she's going to take it. I told her that there was no way she was pregnant because I always wore condoms and they never broke or anything like that before. After I said that, she had a very smug look on her face and then started walking to the bathroom. 10 minutes later, she came out squealing and giggling. She ran to me and hugged me. She was pregnant. My heart kind of dropped. Asked how this could have happened, and she had a guilty look on her face. Turns out she poked a hole in the condom. I erupted in anger. Well, first off, that's... What do they call it? Not sexual assault, but what is that? It's something. It's an actual crime. You can't poke holes in condom. Intentionally forcing someone to... It's a sexual crime of some description. I told her that we weren't in good financial position to have a baby, but she doesn't know that she doesn't pay for anything. I told her she needs to get an abortion immediately and that she can't be pregnant. She began sobbing and locked herself in our room. It's been a few days, my phone's been going off non-stop, texts and calls, yada yada yada. Oh, well... Alright. Artist, what do you got?
I mean, she committed a crime. That's pretty fucked up.
I mean, if you poke a hole in a condom, you immediately have grounds for... And the comments I'm reading right now are all for go get a lawyer. Because he's going to be stuck with child support for 18 years if he doesn't prove that she did it intentionally. I mean, yeah, that's why, once again, I'm so glad, because I fucked a couple of crazies in my day, and at the end of the day, the best advice I can say is never put your dick in crazy. And like we all say, and at the end of the day, I was young and stupid at some point, and I am so glad that I have been married so long that at this point I do not need to worry about this shit anymore, because it is a scary fucking world out there. I don't know how people date anymore. I have no fucking idea. Without either being... You're either trapped by a crazy who pokes holes in condoms, or you end up fucking... Oh, he raped me. And immediately your life is over. Like, there is no... post-Me Too movement, I don't know how guys date. I don't know what the fuck to teach my kids, because at the end of the day, when I finally have kids, I'm going to be like, I don't know. Figure it out, and I'll get a good lawyer when something happens. Daughter or son, I'm not going to know. I'm not going to know what the fuck to do, because the world is completely fucked. I mean, look at this. This whole story is fucked. This whole story is fucked. Buddy literally had a girlfriend, and he was an idiot. Like, immediately I was like, this guy's an asshole. We agreed. This dude's a dick. But immediately afterwards, it's like, well, she poked holes in a condom because she wants his babies. Without his consent. Literally forced. Like... I forget what it's called, but you legally can't do that. If you do that, that is a crime, some description. I forget what it's not sexual assault, but there is a crime associated with that, doing that. And all right, we'll try to find one more before we end this shit. Canceling Thanksgiving dinner? Nah, boring. Leaving my husband alone on Christmas. I mean, my wife does that all the time. Yeah, I know, my wife hates me. Screaming and banning my stepmother after she said to my mother, whatever. Humiliating a fellow supervisor after he yelled at an employee in front of customers? No.
Yo.
Oh, now he's back.
Oh, Ban's finally back for the last, as we find the last.
What kind of calls you be getting, bro?
Oh,
Yeah, what
I just
kind
got a
of
call.
calls?
Just got a call. I need to talk for a little bit. No, I'm back. Well, yeah, what did I miss?
A lot. We talked about, well, artists, what did we go down? We talked about gay people, queer people, fucking black people, Asian people. We talked about women. We talked about everything.
Yeah, sure went down the fucking ringer, huh?
We went through
He
everything.
just-
See, artists
just made-
is
he-
versed
he-
in.
What?
I said you're versed in all of it.
Oh shit.
Because you're an artist. You're Asian, you're black, you're a woman, you're gay, you're everything.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Well, damn. There's a bit of tension amongst the crew.
Well, see, what I needed was on the podcast. I needed an opinion from that walk of life. So I bring on artists because he's every walk of life, right?
Well, damn. So you're using him?
I mean, I'm just a blue-eyed white guy. I need to use whatever tools I have at my disposal.
Why did I thought you were gonna say I'm a blue-eyes white dragon. I was gonna say, what the fuck are you on about?
I am a blue eyes. No, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm a blue eyes Super Saiyan motherfucker.
And there you go.
I am Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans, last of my birthright, and wrecker of your shit.
There you go. You go, girl.
I will. We're trying to find one last Am I the Asshole thread that's controversial. We've been reading controversial Am I the Asshole threads on Reddit.
Not bad.
Let's see. For asking my wife to a paternity test because she cheated. Well, no, that's obvious. Of course, if your wife cheats, you automatically ask for a paternity. First off, you divorce the goddamn wife. Second off, of course you ask for a paternity test. That's not news. That's bullshit. Am I the asshole for still ordering meat in front of my vegan friend? No, you're a normal person and your vegan friend's an idiot.
Oh shit. Want to go into detail about that one?
Dude, I'm ordering it. I don't give a fuck. I will order a steak in literally watching a cow get slaughtered. I don't give a fuck.
Oh damn.
Listen,
You heard it here.
I think it. Okay, we're gonna go a little Yellowstone with this shit. So, for those of you who don't know, there's a show called Yellowstone. It's fantastic. It was with Kevin Costner. Anyway, very popular right now. Fact of the matter is, I'm gonna steal from a scene early on in season 1. Okay, so there was a protest because they're farming, they're cattle ranchers, all that shit. There was a protest, a bunch of vegans or vegetarians, whatever the fuck they are. And they're there, and they're bitching about the slaughter of all the cows and pigs and stuff, right? Okay, so I've set the scene. Kevin Costner comes up, and he goes, you ever plowed a field? You know, to make the quinoa or the fucking kale or whatever the fuck it is you people eat? You know what you kill? You kill every mole, worm, rat, bird, snake, insect, bug, everything in the grass. You kill them all. So my question is, how cute does an animal have to be before you give a shit about it? So there you go. Vegans piss me off because vegans and vegetarians act like killing cows and pigs, which, by the way, we breed specifically. We're not going out there shooting them like hunters. We're literally breeding them. As we're producing them, we breed them. It's a constant circle of life, but we breed them, then we slaughter them and we kill them. Yes, you could argue it's inhumane? Sure, whatever. But the point of the fact is that we do that system. But they act as though they're not killing hundreds of different insects, mammals, reptiles, everything else to make their quinoa and the bullshit that they eat. So shut the fuck up. You kill animals, you just don't give a shit about those animals. You don't give a shit about snakes and lizards and reptiles. You don't give a shit about them. Raccoons, any of that shit. That's on you. That's on you, you bunch of...
Fuck you! Why are you laughing at that?
What the fuck are you sharing?
Dude, no, he's just fucking laughing because you said raccoon.
Why would you laugh because I said raccoons?
When you take away the rap part, that's what he calls me off stream.
He calls you a raccoon?
Take away the rag, Griever.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, we're not having any racism. We can have sexism, misogynism, we can have homophobia, but we're not having racism on my podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You goddamn raccoon.
Oh. Of course.
Actually, Ben, before you got here, I was complaining to Artist. I said, I can't get canceled because unlike other YouTubers, I don't make money off of this. If I get canceled and if my channel gets deleted tomorrow, I can go back to my day job. So, I can say whatever the fuck I want and not bother. Like, I can say whatever controversial shit I want. I can say Donald Trump sucks. Fuck Palestine.
I mean, some people take it a bit far, you know. Some people take it so far that they end up contacting, quote unquote, some people's day jobs and just get them fired. So they take it really far at times. Sure. Like, unless your day job is a job where you wouldn't get canceled for saying shit anyway, then you gotta be careful. I
do work for the federal government, but I work it on a contract basis, and there'd be no link between this and that. So I would literally need to. What I would have to do would be to call out specific names of people I work with, and like demonize them, and then get called for slander. Like, I would have to go out of my way. You know what I mean? Like, there'd be no way for somebody to... Because you can't discriminate in Canada. It doesn't work that way. I don't know about America, but you can't discriminate. Like, you hire one company, you hire the lowest bid. So, if we win the bid, you can't pick and choose what employees you're hired. You know what I mean?
I go.
Yeah. Like, actually, we went through that because there's actually a problem with that in the company right now. A cleaning company that the site we work at just fired 2 really good cleaners, and they're calling ageism because they're both over the age of 70, and they're saying that, like, you're firing us because we're over the age of 70, like we're old, right? So they were claiming that and stuff, and a bunch of people are pissed off because they like these cleaners, and it's like, well, how can you? And it's like, and all the people in the government, they're all like, no, we love these cleaners, blah 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 blah, and it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's a company, and you, no matter who you are, doesn't matter if it's federal government or not, you can't tell me as a business owner who I can and cannot hire and fire. Right? It sucks. It's wrong in a degree, but you can't tell me, like, if I take over my dad's company tomorrow, the government can't tell me who to hire. I can hire whoever the fuck I want to. It's my company. I can hire whoever the fuck I feel like. Amazon doesn't ask, the U.S. government, can I hire this guy? So.
No, you're right.
In certain situations, it makes sense. 90% of the time, it makes sense. But the rest of the time, sounds pretty unfair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's see. All right, we already did the vegan family bullshit. A vaccine one? Oh, no. Never mind. Vaccine ones are always fun.
I'll agree, man. Now that I think about it, it's been a while since you've done any playthrough. Specifically, that One Piece game I sent you like half a year ago or a year ago.
I played it.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I played it. I just
Oh.
haven't played it since. I played like 2 streams of it.
No, you did one. I'd remember if you did too.
Okay. But to be fair, I haven't done a gaming stream since.
Yeah, true.
So
I literally
it's not that I gave up on your game. I did like the game. Yeah, and then I've been focusing on that Genlock shit. It's, you know.
Oh, then I guess I'll ask you the real hard question. You haven't taken any. I haven't seen any new manga titles on your channel recently. It's been over a month since you dropped JJK. What's going on?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just
Slacking off. Okay, I'll let it slide.
Yeah, I mean a little bit, but if we get serious about it, I'm not feeling really anything when it comes to YouTube.
Oh damn, burnt out.
Maybe. I think I'm a little burnt out. I think it's a bit more. It's more of an exhaustion. It's not burnt out. It's more of an exhaustion. Like, because I was peaking really high in like spring of this year. My views were going up. My subscribers were going up. Everything was going high, and I kept, because there was the Bleach episode reviews, and then there was JJK, and there was Kangen, and then there was fucking I Catch Triangle, and then there was One Piece, and there was blah blah blah, and there was always something to do, and I was so far behind. And then the months came, and then it was like Yona and Record of Ragnarok and blah blah blah. Like it was, and God forbid I try to do a stream or a discussion video or something. You know what I mean? Like it was all really heavy earlier this year, like May or April, May, and then once it all petered out and stuff into the summer, I was like, yeah, I'm going to coast on this for a bit. And then I never really came back to it, and I realized that I didn't really miss feeling obligated to come home and record videos after a long day of work, So it just became like, I constantly say in every video, like, this is for me something I want to do, not something I have to do, and I'll do it when I fucking feel like it. And it became an obligation with no payout. Like, I don't make money. So when I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get home and do the Kangen review, or oh my god, I gotta get home and do the One Piece review, it's like, but why? If I make that 3 weeks down the road, it's gonna do the exact same thing. It's gonna make me $0 because it never made me dollars in the first place. So when you start losing passion for this shit, that's when, So I decided to focus on other things, and I said, you know what, I've been enjoying, what I have been enjoying doing is playing all the gameplay for my Genlocks, and then editing and producing those and stuff like that, because I've been able to sit back at my own leisure, play at my own speed, my own time, not having to entertain anybody with a live stream version of it, and then I've been able to play around with that, and then once those are done, they get produced, and I mean, they do as well as anything else gaming-wise I've produced on the channel, so I'm like, alright. And once again, those are my downtime videos, so.
Fair enough.
I mean, I do want to get back into a couple more series, but I was looking into some of the series like you suggested. Neve, I think, suggested one. Miss suggested a couple. Nothing is speaking to me. Nothing's getting my heart.
You already looked at them?
What's that?
Well, you've already looked at them all?
I looked at each one chapter of each one, and I'm thinking I got to go back through and then go, like, give everyone 5 chapters and try again. But, like, it's, for me, once again, it starts with the art style for me, because manga's a visual thing, right? So, immediately, I need an art style I like. And regardless whether it's a good art style or not, I have to like it. There are great art styles out there that I fucking hate. You know, so I can't read that shit. You know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I power through JoJo's because I don't like JoJo's art style. It's good. It's very good art style, but I don't like it. I would never, if somebody said, how would you like your story to be drawn? I would fucking run screaming from somebody trying to draw my story in a JoJo's art style. It would bother the fuck out of me. I don't need a bunch of Rocky Balboas who look like they're females running around all fucking day. It wouldn't be me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But once again, it's a very good art. It's fantastic art. And I can appreciate it, but it is someday, especially after part 4. Like, part 1 through 3 was much more masculine. After that, it became very feminine. And then that's where it was like, okay, what are we doing? At least for me.
No, I get what you're coming out.
Oh, am I cutting out?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
So what art styles did you read that you didn't really care for? Like, what were the titles, if you don't mind me asking?
Lord of the Titans, let me see.
If you remember, of course.
Well, let me look it up. It'll probably, the moment I see it, I'll be able to be like, yeah. Just give me a second. I have to check a. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Lord of the Titans. I can't see. Well, it's a quick Google search, but it's only bringing me up Attack on Titan shit. So.
AOT?
Yeah.
Was it out?
It's only giving me Attack on Titan. When I search Lord of the Titans, it's only giving me Attack on Titan shit.
Yeah, like, where'd you read it at?
No. What I'm saying is, I checked it out before. I'm just right now looking it up on Google, trying to remind myself of the art style.
Oh.
I didn't. It was probably ages ago when I checked that shit. Oh, artist left. So sad. Be back in like 15. Dude, I'm fucking tired. I wasn't supposed to. I was only gonna stream for an hour.
Like, so we gotta end in 10.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so artist was here for most of these, so why don't I try to find a funny "Am I the asshole" thing for you to comment on, band? Let's go.
Alright, what's your...
Let's see.
Mine?
I'm scrolling through them. I'm trying to find a funny one. Family won't allow a small vigil for my deceased mother at Christmas dinner. Oh, well, that just sounds fucking sad and awful. I'm not going to read that one. And yes, they're assholes. If your mom died that year, then yeah. No, they're assholes. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend for lying about her age? Depends the age difference. Let's see. Alright, I gotta check this one. Alright. Are you the asshole for breaking up with your girlfriend for lying about her age? It depends. Alright, band, before we get even into this one, it depends. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, on the age. The 100% the age.
Okay. I, 24 male, and my girlfriend, 20 years old. Alright, 4-year difference. Not bad. Have been together for 4 years. So, we met when I was 19. Well, no, you would have met when you were 20 if you've been together for 4 years, but whatever. She was 15. Oh. But if she lied about it, wait a minute, she lied about hers. We started dating a year later, and she told me she was 18 when we met. So I thought she was only a year younger than me. Okay, alright. Now, I would have prefaced this different, but okay. She said she wasn't in contact with her family, and I didn't push her about meeting them. We really connected, and I was thinking about proposing. We're having a small get-together with a few friends. She casually said I've been lying about my age this whole time, haha, and acted like it wasn't a big deal. I asked to speak with her, and she told me she was 15 when we met, and I've been dating a minor. She thought it didn't matter because she's not a minor anymore. Told her I wanted to break up with her, and she asked why. She really did. I had to explain to her that she lied about her age, and I had unknowingly dated and fucked a minor. If she lied about her age, what else is she lying about? Am I the asshole? No.
Okay. I don't blame the guy at all. I really don't blame the guy.
I don't blame this dude at fucking all. Women are such shit people.
Well, I wouldn't say all that, but go crazy.
Okay, band, I give your opinion right away. Like, I won't interrupt. Go ahead.
I'll say, if it was like a different number, like, oh, I'm 30 and she's 29, but she's really 27 or she's really 31, I'm like, dude, we're all adults here. Come on. Like, a little white lie. It's a lie. So, you shouldn't be lying in the first place. But when, like, if this dude's like, let's say he's fucking 20 and he's dating a fucking 15-year-old, but thinking she's like 19, I don't know how that happens, but it fucking happened apparently. Yeah, I don't blame him because nigga, I'm so sorry. I need to tone myself down. That's extremely fucking scary because you could be in a situation. Wait, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, you could be in a situation where you get fucking arrested. Dude, you can get fucking arrested for that. Like, what happens if the two of you get into a fucking argument and she says, you know what, fuck you, and she decides to go and tell everyone, hey, I'm 15 years old, he's 20, he's been doing blah, 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 blah. Who are they really going to believe, him or her? And his life's fucking gone. And, yeah, I don't blame him at all.
Ben, you touched me. All I gotta do is go to the cops as a woman. You You sexually assaulted me.
What this?
That's all I gotta
didn't know
do.
what you-
I don't even need to be a minor. So you imagine the level, as you're talking about, you imagine the level of if she did that as a minor. I mean,
Literally.
two adults. You can take you can go fuck a 33-year-old, a 40-year-old at a bar, and she can say, "Oh, well, it was rape." Boom. You're
GG.
fucked for life. You imagine if it's a 15-year-old.
Yeah, that's fucking horrible.
Jesus Christ.
I do
Yeah,
not blame-
no. This poor bastard needs an attorney is what he needs.
Hopefully he's better off now. That's definitely not a situation he wants to be in.
I mean, we have, like, there's different rules depending on what country it is. There's different rules. Like, we have, in Canada, thankfully, we have the rule of 13 to 14s can date 15. There's a 2-year gap thing when it comes to teenagers. So, like, a 17-year-old can't get in trouble for dating a 15-year-old and stuff, right? Like, none of that. And then we have the age of consent at 16. Basically, when they're in high school, they're smart enough to know better, sort of idea. That's what we have. Which makes sense to a degree because how many people, like, did you know in high school, or I knew in high school, that were dating, like, 10th graders, like a 12th grader dating a 10th grader? It doesn't seem weird when you're in high school, but it's like, oh my God. Like, from a number standpoint, it sounds illegal as fuck. But no, in Canada, it works because there's very few 15-year-olds in high school, right? So we made the law of 16. Though, it still is fucked up because you can, in Canada, anyways, the age of consent is 16. But, so you can fuck a 16-year-old. But, if they send you a picture of their tits, now you have child porn. So, it's like you can fuck them, you just can't look at it. It's really weird. Yeah, the laws do not catch up with anything. But yeah, okay. Well,
asshole for leaving her. I don't blame him.
No, breaking up with her 100%. I'm good with it. And now he's gonna be terrified. He's gonna be asking for IDs like a liquor store for the rest of his life.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, what's next?
Let's see. Telling my husband I no longer trust him. That sounds boring. For not reimbursing my friend, fuck you. Not just getting over the emotional pain. Oh, get over it. Canceling birthday.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm all right. You know what? We'll read that one. You know what? Maybe I was too harsh.
No, you can keep going. I don't mind.
Am I the asshole for not just getting over the emotional pain inflicted by my boyfriend's mom? Okay, this is 8 paragraphs. Not reading it.
Yeah, nah. Let's keep going. Is there a TLDR?
Yeah, that is no.
Yeah, get that one. That's a bit too much.
Yeah, am I an asshole for telling my mom, stepdad that my stepsister only wants their money? No, that does sound boring. For threatening to call the police on my brother? No, you're just crazy. Or he's crazy, one or the other.
Depends on what happened there.
Firing the employee. Oh, I want to know what the pack is. Am I the asshole for being upset with my boyfriend for the pact he made with his friend? That's that. I need context for this one. Because generally a pact between friends is we do your girlfriend together, you get me with one of her friends. You know, like, generally speaking, with guys, it's always involves sex, right? So, alright.
Well, Argus is back.
Oh, all right. There's artist. All right. So, well, artist can give us a definite female perspective. Then let's go.
Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
Artist, you know I love you. You know I love you. All right. Let's go. That doesn't work if the camera's not there. It doesn't work when I do the whole flamboyant like gestures. I'm pissed that my camera doesn't work because artist doesn't get the flamboyant gestures. It just sounds like I'm homophobic, which of course I obviously am. And it just...
Oh shit! Damn, I haven't heard that shit in a while. Golly.
Dude, once again, I do not care. If people are going to take this shit... It's like everyone right now trying to cancel Bill Burr because his wife gave double middle fingers to Donald Trump at a UFC fight last week. And they're like, oh, he got so fucking pussy whipped after that. It's like, he's been with her for he's been with her as long as I've been a fucking live. What the fuck are you talking about? He's not pussy whipped. He hates Donald Trump. So does his wife. His wife's black. Of course she hates Donald Trump. Why the fuck wouldn't she? I'm white and I hate Donald Trump. What the fuck? They're trying to cancel him and his jokes over that his wife gave the finger to Donald Trump. It's like, dude, I would literally kick the shit out of Donald Trump if I came in closing distance of that man. She was tame compared to what I would do, and I'm a white guy. Fuck that orange fucking racist motherfucker. You know?
Well, damn.
My point is that people are trying to cancel people over the dumbest little shit that it's actually there when they're in the right. So me, who's sitting here making no money on YouTube, I don't give a fuck what I say. If someone wants to say, oh, Griever said he's homophobic, it's like, you clearly know I'm joking. But if someone wants to clip this out from this podcast, take it and fucking run with it, go ahead. It's not going to do anything to me. I don't have a job to lose. So... And if I really did, you know, all that would happen, I would close out the channel, call you all dicks, and then I wouldn't post on YouTube anymore. That's all that would happen.
Free from the shackles of Griever uploads.
I feel like artist is literally clipping everything I say into compartmentalized little segments, and he's going to use that as like meme level shit.
That's too much work.
I feel like you would do it though.
Dog, I've been typing an essay since I got into this VC earlier.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's cool. All right, so we got to continue with this one, okay? Because I need another drink before I continue. Well, no, I'll continue this first.
Lord knows you need another drink.
I do. I've been celebrating since the Cowboys won, so. You know, that team you hate, artist.
Dog, I fucking hate you.
So, am I the asshole for upset that my boyfriend has a pact with his friend? Alright, I guessed threesome. Alright, before we begin, artist, what do you guess? The headline is, for being upset with my boyfriend for the pact he has with his friend. What do you guess the pact is?
Fuck if I know.
Okay.
Probably like some trip. I don't know. Yours is probably right, but I'll just say something for this.
Okay, a trip. All right, that's not a bad one though. A trip. Maybe it's a Euro trip or something like that. Okay. I guessed a threesome. Band, what do you got?
It's going to be cult related.
Cult related. Okay, all right. So we have religion, we have travel, and we have sex. I still think I'm winning this, but let's go. Let's go.
1-2.
Now, I never thought I would be the one posting end of Reddit. I always see videos about stories like this, and now I'm watching them. It's easy to make decisions for the other person. But now that I am in a situation like this myself, trouble making a decision. I would also like to apologize for my writing styles all over the place. This is not my first language. All right, fair enough. Okay, so it might be a little broken English. All right, we're going to have to go with that. Okay, so I'm an 18-year-old female. Boyfriend, 18-year-old. All right, so they're teenagers. Just keep that in mind. Who I will call John for the sake of being anonymous. Have not been dating for very long. We've known each other a little while we started dating. John and I have different opinions on certain subjects. None of them have ever led to arguments. We always have just talked out why we have the other views we do and so on. Something I admire. I never want to be the person to get upset over something that other people deem small. But I can't stop thinking about this. A while ago, John mentioned having a friend that he's known for about 3 years now, Claire. Not her real name. I'm starting to feel like my bet is... I wish I bet you money. I am perfectly fine with him having female friends. No woman is ever fine, by the way, with having... They say they're fine, they're not fine. Just so we're clear. If they're not your mother or your mother's friends or your aunts or your brother's fucking wives.
Family related. Just say family related.
Yeah. Family related. Outside of that, no. You're not allowed to have a female friend. If you do, yeah. That exists in... I'm not saying it can't be possible, but it's in that's like the 1%. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It can work, but that's a minority. That's a definite minority. So let's see. Perfectly fine with him having female friends. Obviously, I still get jealous every once in a while. I can admit that, but I'm not going to go outright and tell him to stop talking to them. Well, then immediately she already has a problem. Because before even continuing, she doesn't recognize that she has jealousy issues, insecurity at the very least, and she's not telling her boyfriend. You know, like when my wife was feeling a little self-conscious or whatever of a woman that I was talking to and stuff, I mean, I had to immediately, I was like, nope, all right, no more contact with her, because it was making my wife uncomfortable, right? But my wife was smart enough to, instead of letting that fester like this woman is, was to come to me and say, yeah, no, I'm not happy with that. All right, let's fix it. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. It's called compromise. You got to fix that shit. And being married this long, that's literally, I'm not allowed to have female friends, and that's okay. I don't really need female friends. I don't know any females that, that's not really a thing. So, all that is temptation. So, yeah. When he first talked about Claire, he mentioned something that I didn't pay attention to at the time because I thought it was something that I have to worry about now that we are dating. John told me that him and Claire made a suicide pact. Okay, that went... Alright, none of us were right.
Well, damn.
A suicide pact. If you're not aware what that is, it's basically a pact where one person commits, then the other will follow. What the fuck? Who would agree to that?
What? This took a crazy fucking turn.
Okay, now we're going crazy. Okay, because listen, there's a lot of people in the world who believe that suicide is the coward's way out. I will punch every fucking person who says that in the face. Because it's not the coward's way out. That's an unlearned fucking hillbilly who doesn't understand why certain people commit suicide. Some people do it due to weakness. Other people do it due to strength. It's a very different thing. Some people are suffering. There's a spectrum like anything else. Okay? So, suicide's very touchy with me because I've known people that committed suicide and they were some of the strongest people I knew. They were not weak to do what they did. However, a suicide pact, are you fucking crazy? None of the people that I know that committed suicide would ever have come to me and said, listen, if I ever off myself, will you do it too? Like,
That sounds insane.
If I get a tattoo, will you do it too? Yeah, sure. Not a fucking, like, that's a tattoo thing. That's not a... They had a That 70s Show episode about, like, somebody flaking out on a tattoo. They did it on The Big Bang Theory. They did it on Friends. They do it on every sitcom. The whole, like, if you do it, I'll do it too shit. It never went this dark. There's a suicide... Is that a thing? A suicide pact? The fuck?
No idea.
Apparently there is such a thing. Okay. Of course, after he said that, I assumed that he wouldn't ever follow through with it because I'm hoping he wouldn't leave me. Something he claims to love for the sake of a pact like that. Yeah, no shit. Like, guys die shortly after their wives for a reason. You can tell the men who love their wives and wives who love their men because men who love their wives die shortly thereafter or they wither away, one or the other. There are three options for a man who actually loved his wife. One, he dies the year after. Two, he withers away to a skeletal place and lives on very begrudgingly and just wishing for death. And three, he finds a gold digger because he doesn't know what to do with himself. Those three are men who truly love their wives. Suicide pact ain't one of them. That ain't one of those options. So I don't get where this guy John is coming from. No. This morning, John asked me what my opinion was about Claire, and I simply said, you guys match energy. I haven't been feeling well, so I wasn't going to go bothering a long response to the question. I made a passing comment about the fact that they were close, which you replied to, known each other for 3 years, followed by 3 years. Wait, he's not... This isn't somebody you knew since, like, 3rd grade. This is someone that a 19-year-old's known for 3 years. Known him since high school at best. What the fuck? Followed by, we had a suicide pact that I recently got her to quit. Wait, got her to quit. I was confused about the got her to quit part, so then I asked her, did you quit too? To my surprise, he already said, not really, but don't tell her that, and then laughed. Okay, so you're dating a psychopath. All that ran through my mind was whether or not he would still follow through with that even though we were together, so I asked another question. If she did it, would you do it too, even if I'm here? At this point, I'm upset, which only gets worse after she says, not now, maybe later. Depends on what my life is like at that point and how close we are. The fact that the guy is contemplating suicide at night, like, get this bitch a therapist.
Yeah.
I told him honestly that if he killed himself for her, then I would do the same. To which he got upset about. Alright, this bitch has balls.
Yeah, this took a crazy turn.
At this point, I have tears in my eyes telling him that I'm hurt about what he said. And the fact that he would just leave for the sake of the pact he made with another woman, it wouldn't matter how long they've known each other. If he claims he loves me, shouldn't he consider my feelings as well? Fair. He tried making me feel better by saying, you're my other half. She's just a friend. No, she's not just a friend. You definitely fucked this Claire. And I replied saying, you can't say that after you just said you'd take your life for her. Fair point. Once again, he had the audacity to say, I said it depends. Oh, man. No, get out of this relationship. I'm tired and upset. As you should be. I love him dearly. No, you don't. You're 19. You don't know what love is. I just don't want to lose him over something like this. Yes, you do. You're 19. You have no fucking concept of what love is. It is wrong for me to think that they don't just see each other as friends. No, you trust your instinct. Like, this woman has the best instincts in the world, but she's still tied to this idea that she loves this guy. No, she doesn't. If she would just get over that one fact, otherwise she's smart as shit. She's got all the right answers. She's questioning all the right things. This is more about not being able to live without each other, I'm guessing. I trust my boyfriend enough to reach out to me if he's feeling the need to hurt himself or others. Please give me your opinions and advice. I mean, god damn, like...
I guess we're all wrong.
There's a lot wrong here. I mean, artist band. What do you got with this one?
I really don't even know what to say. It's crazy. It's insane to me. Like, fucking hell. It's the fact the guy was like, independent. Like, he made it sound as if she said, on Tuesday, will you go get tacos with me? If I'm in the mood for it. Like, what?
Yeah, he's like, oh, will you kill yourself if she does? Well, I mean, is that Taco Tuesday?
Like, the dude sounds like he's making it sound like he can fucking respawn. Like, he's like, if I'm in the mood, why not? Like, what? A bit too casual, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's insane. Well, I guess we're all fucking wrong. You know what? We should... Okay, not this specific topic, because that was fucking insane. But I was going to say, we should try doing this little betting thing where, like, if you're up for it, we just keep doing these fucking... Am I the asshole and just bet what we think the problem will be. Not really a bet.
I mean,
Take a little...
That would be kind of fun. All right.
That'll make it a little more interesting.
Oh, by the way, I need to go for a sec. I'm getting a phone call. Be right back.
He's getting a call now. All right,
I actually am. So, unlike you, I have a work phone.
I had a phone call. What are you people on about?
Yeah. Keep.
Oh, right. You people are fucking crazy. Yeah, you people.
The fuck did I do?
Oh, he's gone. Is it time?
Huh?
What? I didn't say anything. What did you say?
I was asking, like, what the fuck did I do?
I don't know, man. It's on site when it comes to you. It's plotting some type of shit.
Man, that's behind us.
Yep.
Huh?
Gotcha.
Bro, I talked to like 6, maybe 7 people. Like I don't like on this fucking app. I don't got like shit to plot against you, bro.
Alright, good. Just making sure you can never be too careful out here.
Let's see who I talk to consistently. Dio, Tokyo, Bernice, Cryptic, Griever, you, and like put Koji as like sometimes. That's like what, 7 people?
Damn, I haven't talked to Koji in a fucking minute. Then again, the last time we talked, I wasn't necessarily in the best of mood. I remember he was trying to talk to me about some fucking nonsense, and I was like, Koji, if you don't get... I said some shit like, Koji, if you don't get to the point in 10 seconds, I'm gonna fucking block you. And that wasn't necessarily the nicest thing to say to him.
That was crazy.
I don't know, man. I was not in the best mood at that moment.
You know, taking it all on Koji is gotta be a crime. That's a hate crime.
Holy shit. Hold on, give me a second. No, it could. Oh, out of curiosity, have you heard of this anime called Feyrin?
Yeah.
Are you watching it or no?
No.
All right, good. We're talking about that old man. You didn't hear us properly. Do 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 do
Yeah.
do.
Why does nobody want to watch my streams? Why does nobody want to give me algorithm fucking points?
I'm not in your stream. I am in
You
your
you
stream.
should be. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ. Which, by the way, now that we're back and stuff, we'll go into the am I the asshole thing in a sec. But I recently rejoined a Discord, and
Oh no.
we won't say the name, but I also feel like there was just really quickly there seemed to be no reason to do so, because I just feel like the tone and the humor has changed, and I don't feel as I don't want to sound like one of those pussy ass bitches, but I don't feel as like welcomed or as other than a couple select people who are all like, oh, like glad you're back sort of idea. Other than that, I've met nothing. Like every second fucking message I send is met with ridicule, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is getting exhausting. Like, I'm not even gonna bother fucking talking in here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it was like, why the fuck did I go back? So, yeah, not to.
Well,
Once again, I don't want to say names or anything because that's it's in my Canadian sense. It's not appropriate to shit on people that aren't here to defend themselves. So
fair enough. Fair enough. I'll say this personally. What was I gonna say? Kind of like had a break there.
yeah,
Oh, now I remember. Personally, yeah, I'd say talk to people that aren't like talk to people that won't treat you like a piece of shit. As simple as that.
yeah,
To me, I'll be honest, it's the fucking internet. So I'm not gonna waste my time with people that are gonna be jackasses for the sake of it. So
mm-hmm.
I'll just either block or just not talk to them. Really simple. In my
yeah,
eyes, it comes to like the way I view it. A lot of people on the internet don't understand that there's someone else behind the screen. But if you're someone who does, you realize there's no point in me bothering with them because they just aren't mentally mature enough to realize, oh, that's someone else I'm talking to. I'm not talking to a fucking NPC.
yeah.
So ignore
And
them, block them, or call it a
I
day.
to be fair, I think it was my own mistake because I went back in thinking that sort of nothing had changed in dynamics and stuff like that, and things had obviously shifted. You know what I mean?
No, I'm assuming now I'm not going to say the name because you didn't say the name. I'm assuming it's the server that we all know what you're talking about, but
Yeah,
not sure if we're okay. In that case, no, you're right. The tone has changed and all that shit. Oh, that's why I'm barely active. I'm active, but not active enough. I go there, scan the area, make sure it's all. I sound like a fucking army person scanning the area. I just go there, look around a little bit,
and then even people that I really like and stuff like that, I'm like I'm finding hard to. I try to. All right, I can get back on the old style team, and it's like even they've sort of shifted to a degree, and I'm sort of like wow, um like you used to get me, you used to get my humor, you used to get my way of talking, and now you've been like uh, I don't want to say toxicized or whatever, but like you've been, you know,
well, the
It's
only
pretty
thing I'll
much
say
just gotten
it's the internet,
toxic.
dude. It's the internet. I can't act like I'm not a toxic jackass. Well, in my case, right?
no, you're one of the most toxic
I'm.
jackasses I know. So,
But hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm
well, to be
toxic when I
fair,
want to.
Fuse is the most toxic. You're only number two.
No, dude, check it out. I'm toxic when I want to be. If I, yes, I'm not going to just be a prick for the sake of it. I have to have at least some reason, even if it's not justified. Which is almost the same as having no reason, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, I think part of the problem in my own, and maybe I'm wrong about this, because once again, nobody really discloses like who they are, their age. Like I'm on the internet, like, but my face is shown, and everybody knows how old I am and where I'm from, and blah blah blah. But because the Discord we're talking about is filled with basically teenagers, I feel like I made the mistake of trying to make friendship, like, because I've made a lot of friendships with people more on the like the older school YouTubers and stuff. Like on other Discords, and I've made lifelong, like I literally have their phone numbers. I text them. I don't Discord message them. I text them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're 28, 29, 33, that kind of, we're all in the same age bracket of late 20s, early 30s, right?
Right.
And the unfortunate thing is I got really heavily involved in a Discord that was filled with teenagers. And I was thinking of forming more like relationships, friendships, that kind of idea in that regard. As I get, see, and now that sounds creepy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah. So
But
I just mean that's been my whole experience with Discord up until then. I've met a lot of great I've met a lot of great people through podcasts through Discord. That's how I got introduced to Discord, was podcasts that I was invited on. So I had to go to a lot of different anime podcasts, and they were usually people 25 and above. And then all of a sudden I was introduced to one that was lower, and I mean, it was a lot of fun, but now I'm realizing, like, oh, these people aren't as mature, or they're too dramatized, or, you know, I don't know.
chronically online.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm dramatizing it. I don't know. What do you think, Artist Band?
Nah.
I don't know. I mean,
I just like chilling. I don't be like talking to motherfuckers.
personally, I'll be honest. I Wait, I'm sorry. I'm kind of like half and half right now. Give me a second to get my thoughts. Personally, I I just don't care. Like, I don't care enough online. A little backstory about. Backstory time. I wasn't before I even was in that server. I was in another server when I was like fucking 15, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are unironically the most toxic people I've ever met in my fucking life. Like, I'm like, the shit me infused it was basically fucking baby food compared to these guys, and I was just hanging out with them for like 2 fucking years. So they kind of desensitized me to all this shit. The only difference is that I kind of clicked. I was like, yeah, these guys, there are people on the other side of the screen, so I won't be as fucking crazy as them, but I'll tone it down here and there. But personally, the way I view it is, I'm not very patient with people. I am, but I'm not. Like, I'll give them a couple chances.
I mean, just sorry to cut you off there, man, but I feel like you're very, because I know that some days I'm hard to deal with, so I feel like you're very patient with me.
Oh, trust.
And artists, that extends to you too, artists. Like, sometimes I say things that you don't like, you know what I mean, and you sort of wave it off like, it's just Griever, whatever.
Oh my goodness, dude, it depends on the fucking situation. Like, when I'm patient with a lot of things, but the one thing that really irks me is when my time is wasted. Like, there's a certain way when I say time wasted, like, not like, for example, when we were trying to do the whole Pokemon thing, you can argue it was wasted time, but we thought it would work and it didn't work. Oh well, so be it, right?
We spent I clocked it. We spent 4 hours trying to make that work, and
yeah,
it didn't.
We tried.
Didn't work. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, and I'm not mad at you. You're not mad at me. It was.
Yeah, we tried. We thought it would have been cool.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna do something really fucking fun, and it would have been fun had we got it to work. It would have been worth it.
Maybe I'll make a Reddit account and ask about that if I can get some fucking answers. Maybe we'll get lucky, and maybe there is an online mode. I don't know.
There you go.
But probably.
Yeah.
But like certain people, if you were there, you were there. There was a certain situation that happened in the past a while back, where in so many words, someone wasted like an hour of my time, and I said, "Yeah, we're not playing that shit." And I just fucking blocked them on the spot. I did not give a flying fuck about the whole situation. I even told artists when you were gone, like it really depends on my mood, because I remember when I was talking to Koji like over a year ago, and he came into my DM spouting bullshit, and I basically said, "Koji, get to the fucking point in 10 seconds, or I'm gonna fucking block you." And at that point, I was really in a shitty mood right then and there. Mm-hmm. And it just happened to be that Koji came to me at the wrong time. So I have patience, but I don't have patience. I'll be honest.
I get that. I
now for this server that we're talking about,
yeah.
I'll be honest.
Hey, Fuse is here. Hey, you son of a bitch.
No.
How are you doing, dude? Oh, shit, dude, I need to fucking piss. Open your mouth, man.
Cereal right now?
At this point, we just need to play 4-way Pokemon at this point.
Mr. Three-Peak in his bag.
Hell yeah. I forgot you won every fucking...
Y'all motherfuckers forgot I existed. I was chilling.
I didn't forget you. Listen, I've been talking... Hey, they can tell you, Fuse, I literally have brought up your name twice.
No, I remember, because Griever was the one that said, or it was either Griever,
yeah.
I think you said, like, guys, Fuse has like 4 Pokemon left.
Dude, I'm the only one who brings up your name, man. I am your goat.
Hey, I don't need to bring him up to know he's here. He's in my heart, man.
Oh, that's sweet. To be fair, Fuse and Band have always been like Edward and Al Elric. You guys are like brothers.
Oh wait, you said Edward? I thought you said we openly say the N-word.
Oh Jesus Christ! Listen, we've said a lot of slurs on this podcast. We aren't about to say that one. I mean, you guys can, but I can't.
That is what it sounded like through the mic, though.
Literally. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
No. This is the I Am Super Vegeta podcast. Because clearly the camera doesn't work.
As I was saying, if I'm being 100% honest, like, if we're talking about that server you were talking about, with the OG, I'm just going to say the OG members, and in so many words, it's the members that we used to really talk with. If any of them came into my DMs with a bunch of bullshit, I would just chill. Like, I'm kind of like, oh, okay, sure, horseshit, whatever. But if one of these fucking you guys came in there, I'd probably block them after the fucking 5th text message. So,
you know what's funny is that all of them, other than, and I was quite upset that one of them left. Clearly, obviously due to one of the memes I was posting, and I like shit posting, and somebody left, and that one did bother me a little bit, because I'm like, all right, maybe I'm being too much of a dick, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but it's my fucking Discord, so you don't need to be. If you don't like my sense of humor, that's too bad. So...
What happened in the slurver? We invited Neve to the slurver, and I posted some, like, meme about trans people, and she left.
Oh, okay. So, just so we're clear, Fuse, we're not talking about certain servers.
I don't remember the meme.
I'm just saying an example. You're saying somebody left because of a meme.
I'm just making sure that we're not.
Are you streaming? Oh, my bad.
we're not naming names of certain things. Yeah, we're not naming names.
You know what's the worst part? I checked, but I needed to refresh my screen.
It's okay. It's okay.
My bad.
The fact of the matter is that yeah, I agree with Ban. Is the fact of the matter is that the only people I actually talked to from the server that we're referring to is basically the OGs and the main heads. That's it.
Truth be told, I don't talk to any of them, but get me, I'd respond.
But I mean, most of them have shifted over here. Like Fuse, you, Artist, Cryptic, Bernice.
We just need. Yeah.
Yeah. We're the. I did text Bernice earlier,
Well,
and
if we can get Dio and Bernice here, we're gonna have like this whole like infinity gauntlet of like races in here.
yeah, and even Fine. I've
Oh yeah,
talked
Fine's
to
fucking
Fine.
German, isn't he?
I talked to Fine and Koji and stuff like that. Like the original group that was in there was not that bad, you know.
Dude, you saying Cody reminded me of that fucking shit I said to him, and I felt so fucking bad afterwards because I didn't realize. Hold up. So, wait, can you hear me? Just to make sure.
Yeah.
I remember it was me. I know Fuse was in VC. I don't know if Artist was there or not, but I know it was at least me, Fuse, and Koji, right? And I don't know if they're having a fucking shootout there or whatever, but I said I said something along the lines of, Koji, how many pesos do you have right now? You're in Puerto Rico, right? And he was like, banned. I use fucking dollars. And I was like, wait, what? I actually felt like shit after that. Like, I felt so fucking ignorant. I really thought he was using pesos. I didn't know he was using them. It's so fucking horrible. It's almost as bad as when, bro. I know you guys remember the fucking Cinco de Mayo shit, but let's not get too deep into that one.
Yeah. All right. So, well, I gotta do something on this stream. Let's see. So we already talked about. Here, we got a good one. I've been scrolling through for a while. What do you think about this one, boys? Am I the asshole for having an affair with my mother's boyfriend? I think this one is worth a read. What do you think?
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what they got.
Let's see. Hi, sorry in advance. This will probably be a long one. Okay, so it is a little long, but not bad. All right, let's see. Hi, sorry in advance. This will be very long. I'm a 28-year-old female. Parents divorced when I was about 8. My dad moved out. Me and my siblings continued living with my mom. Over the years, we started losing touch more and more with my dad. He moved on and started a new family. My mom met this guy. Let's call him Mark. When I was about 11 and fell madly in love with him. To the point that she would threaten to cut us, me and my siblings, out of her life. Oh, I read that way different. I was like, wait, cut? I was thinking, did you guys think that? I don't know.
It was the pause you did. You had like a little pause.
Yeah, but it was
between.
cut with that pause. It had the bracket. It was like to cut, and I was like, oh, like
back to back, huh? One after another.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? Like you're gonna cut your children? Like, wait, what? So cut me and my siblings out. Like it's in brackets, so it's cut us, bracket me and my siblings. That's the sentence. So I'm like, wait, cut us? Like as in, yeah. So. Anyways, out of her life if we had a problem with it. Okay, well, already the mother's a bitch. When I was about 13, he moved in, but he always traveled a lot because of his job, blah, 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 blah. At this time, me and my siblings felt invisible to my mother. I'm not sure this is the way I justify what he did, just to paint an accurate picture. Partly because any day he was home, she was in a good mood, would cook and clean, but when he was away from work, she would sometimes not even come out of her room. Clearly this woman was suffering from depression, but whatever. Me and my siblings would have to find something to eat. This is awful. Which, because I'm the eldest, meant I had to do it. When her boyfriend was home, everything was good until the day that he started touching me a little inappropriately. Oh, God. Like
Whoa, Jesus.
hugging me
That took
for
a
a
turn I
few
was not
seconds too
expecting.
long, pressing his arm against my body when we were sitting on the couch, or putting his hand under my shirt on my back when we were watching movies or something. Well, other than the third one,
Guillermo?
none of that sounds too bad as far as I know, but I mean, I don't know. The third one is the weird one where it's like, okay, he literally put her arm under the shirt.
Well, it's like you hear the third one and then the first two.
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
it's like the first two add up to the third one. You hear the third one and you're like, now the first two make sense. The first two sound innocent on their own.
Mm.
But then it's like the third one is like, okay, no, the first two sort of, now they sound creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. He also gave me lots of attention and always took my side in arguments with my mom. Even when my mom would want money from him, she would make me ask him. I told my mom about the touching and she brushed it off and said it was just all in my head. All this made me feel like it was the only person in my life who actually saw and cared about me, which, because I was an idiot, led me to think I was in love with him, and because I thought I felt the way I did, blah, 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 I was an idiot. Okay. So I wrote him a letter telling him how I felt. The next day, when I was done at school, he was there to pick me up. We went to a restaurant. He told me he felt the same, but he knew it's wrong, so we just had to hide it until it went away. Then we drove home when he was holding my hand. My mom saw us pull into the driveway, was holding my hand, and got really mad. They went and talked, all confused, for the next few days. He would drive me home, and from school we would talk about this, put it behind us. A few days later, me and my mom got into a huge argument. She began yelling at me, calling me names for what felt like hours because I didn't do something that she asked me to do. The next day, when he picked me up from school, I started crying and said I really didn't want to go home. So he took me to his own secret apartment and told me that your mom asked me to run away with her. I said, we can't do that to you guys. Then he kissed me. The day after, he sent me a text. Okay, all right. This is gonna get really bad, I'm assuming, and I'm just gonna go out on a limb and not read the rest of this and just say that no.
Is that
This poor girl was groomed. Like, grooming used to mean a good thing. Grooming used to mean I'm a groomed man. Oh, you groomed your son. Meaning
That is a crazy sentence out of context. I'm not gonna
lie. No, exactly. Grooming used to mean you gave him a good shave and he was proper and a proper tie. Groomed meant you were groomed, as in, yeah, you went to the barber and you got a good haircut and you're all shaved up and stuff. That's what groomed and grooming used to mean. Now, it's used for this shit, and I don't feel comfortable reading the rest of this, guys.
She got groomed.
She got groomed, and no, she is not the asshole. If she was fucking her mother's, she got mother's
manipulated.
boyfriend was fucking her. She wasn't fucking the mother's boyfriend. No, no, that's creepy as fuck.
Am I the asshole, homie? You the victim. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
yeah. Thank you, Fuse. See, even Fuse can be wholesome, ladies and gentlemen. Even Fuse can be fucking wholesome. Even Fuse knows when there's a wrong thing going on. Listen, we all poke fun at each other. We've had a lot of fun in this podcast, especially Artist and I going back and forth, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we all have our boundaries, and I think the reason that we're all friends is because we do know where the line is. And there is a line, and that line was just fucking crazy.
That's crazy, though, like, because she told the mom about what was happening, and then she brushed it off, and then that's like, at that point, she got hit by the fucking super hard coping mechanism. At that point, it was over.
Yeah, 100%. And I guarantee you, like, without reading it, I guarantee you the mother blames the daughter as being a floozy or something, like you seduced my man or something like that. It's like, no, I told you about this when I was like 11. Your boyfriend's a pedophile, you know. All right, let's try to find an Am I the Asshole a little more gray area but less dark. Let's see. Not one.
Are these green texts? What are you reading?
I'm just on the subreddit of Am I the Asshole?
Oh, okay.
So I've just been going through it. I thought it'd be fun for a stream because I haven't posted anything since like Wednesday, and I said fuck it, I'll stream something because I don't want to paint right now. So, which I'm delaying. So, let's see. Not speaking to my sister. We don't care for telling my husband his parents can stay out of our house. Whatever. Took my PlayStation. Well, you were probably a dick. Rejecting my son. Well, yeah, you're probably a dick. Equality in the partner says. I told my fiance he won't talk to me. I don't know if I want to read this one, but this is an interesting one. Am I the asshole for being grossed out that my boyfriend masturbates to women he knows?
Nah, that's wild. Nah, that's wild as fuck.
I mean, that one's kind of weird because, like, I don't does anybody do that? Like, I don't do that.
Maybe if you got like a crush, right, and you're like,
wait, when did you say I was
crazy in your fucking head, but like, if you just like randomly think like one of your fucking coworkers is hot, but then you start beating it, like that's crazy.
Wait, I'm missing context. What just happened?
Okay. Then, you know what? Fuse is right. All right, let's read it. Fuse, you good with reading this one? Let's go. All right.
I don't have it pulled up.
No. I'll read it.
Oh, okay.
No. I just mean that you good with like because the idea was sorry, Fuse. You're late to the party. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm basically going down the list of the headlines, and anybody who says, "Okay, we got to read that one," then we read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's go with this one.
Okay. So, am I the asshole for being grossed out that my boyfriend masturbates to women he knows? Let's go. So, I, 25-year-old female, and my boyfriend, 25-year-old male, all right, they're the same age, and they're mid-adults, all right, let's go. We're talking to some friends about being attracted to other people, which is fair. Can we all agree that, you know, you still get a hard-on for other people? I think it's fair. Except for artists, because he's a chick.
All right, bro.
Damn.
I'm always gonna shit on artists. Just it makes me laugh. It makes me happy. During this convo, we were both emphasized that we know it's natural to still find other people attractive. Yeah, fair. He mentioned that he finds many of his female friends attractive. Okay, yeah. And I said something about as long as he's not getting off to any of them, it's fine. I mean, yeah, you can't help that. Like, if a 9 out of 10 is standing right by you and be like, yeah, perfect tits, great ass. I mean, a man's gonna know. Or in artist's case, when you get 6-pack abs. And well, in my case, you see Chris Hemsworth. I mean, goddamn. I mean, even I'm gonna get a hard on. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Whoa, where did that come from?
I mean, dude, I'm okay with being straight, but I know what a good-looking man looks like. That's all I'm saying.
Repeat that last part. A good-looking what?
A good-looking man?
Oh, okay.
What did I
Continue.
say? Are you recording me like some of those scammer visa things? Like, say yes, and then they record the fucking
No, I
yes.
didn't know what you said. But continue.
My point is that a man okay with his sexuality can acknowledge that Chris Hemsworth and Hugh Jackman are good-looking fucking men. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, he said no. Alright, so I said something about as long as he's not getting off to the women, right? He said no, but really hesitated, so I decided to bring it up again later. Straight up asked him if he masturbates to his friends. He said yes, he has. Alright, he's fucking one of them.
Okay, is that the end of it?
No. I asked if he's done it while we were dating, and he said yes. He looked at pictures of his female friends while he is masturbated, looking at them on Instagram. He pointed out that he doesn't do it regularly, but sometimes get fixated on a certain individual's body, and when I don't have sex with them, gets it off on their Instagram photos. Oh, man. Oh, this dude's asking for a divorce, or a breakup, whatever. Oh, my God. First off, you have a willing woman right next to you. Why the fuck are you... unless she's a 350-pound troll doll. What the fuck?
Homie said, listen, I caught a fish, but I'm going to make sure I got these fucking 5 other lines just sitting there. Jeez.
Fuse you never said it any better. He said it's not an emotional thing at all and purely an objectification of a body. Yeah, we know, you moron. I do trust him. Why? And believe he's telling the truth about this. Yeah, he's telling you he doesn't, but...
I'm sorry, bro. Beating your dick to your female friends is crazy.
Yeah,
see, that's why I always say, if you're gonna be friends with a girl, she has to either be ugly or you're not attracted to her, because this shit is not. This shit is crazy.
What did Matt Reeves say in that comedy special? He goes, men can be friends with women. The trick is, one of you ugly, one of you busted. It doesn't work. You don't have an attractive male and an attractive female who are friends platonic. It doesn't work. You have a sister-in-law, you have a mom, you have a sister. Yeah, all good. You do not have female friends that are attractive. No, it doesn't work. Because you always thought about fucking them. And that's exactly what this post is saying. And but this woman is so naive. I do trust him and believe he's telling the truth. But I'm bothered and hurt that he has done this while we've been together. You should be. It's different. If your girlfriend is looking at pictures of, I don't know who they get off to nowadays, but whatever, Idris Elba, whatever, and they're watching some of that shit, it's whatever, right? But if they are literally looking at Instagram photos of a dude they were hanging out on the beach that day,
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Now you know you either fucked up in the bedroom or this bitch ain't for you. One of the two. Either you ain't good or they ain't good. And 9 times out of 10, they ain't though. Yeah. Yeah, no. So to finish off the thing, I feel grossed out by these actions. I've had male friends reveal that they've gotten off to my pictures before and has made me feel very violated, as it probably should. I also feel that many women would feel gross about their friend doing this. He said he respects that opinion but doesn't see it as damaging or wrong. What do I do? Break up with this idiot.
Let's back up a bit. Who the fuck admits, yeah, I've jerked off to your pictures before? Huh? Who are these people?
You know your friend who's in that purple bikini? Fuck, I jerked to her picture so hard.
Who are these people?
Yo, this shit sounds fucking insane.
Seriously, but Fuse ain't wrong. That is literally what this post is saying, is that Buddy went home, basically looked up the Instagram of all the friends and found the hottest like bikini pictures that he could and fucking whacked off to them. Like that's
You could have.
damn.
We have like pornography and shit. You could have done anything other than jerk off to your friends. You could have jerked off to anything but your friends. But you're like, yeah, the girls I hang out with all the time, yeah, I'm gonna jerk off to them. Huh?
I wonder what his thought process was at the moment. What
They're working on.
What was he fucking thinking about when he was doing it? Like,
Homie's thinking,
Yeah,
I gotta
GG.
I gotta catch and release one and then get on this one.
golly, he should have taken that shit to the fucking grave.
That's fucking insane.
Okay, we gotta find another one. One more before the end of the stream. Okay. Am I the asshole for wanting to take supplements? Well, don't do that.
What?
Cutting off my 16-year-old stepsister. Asking my brother what he does all day. Well, no younger brother does anything. So. Not wanting to get my brother a Christmas. Well, now you're just a Grinch. Did my relationship based on a lack of romance? I mean, if there's no romance, then why did you hook up with them? Leaving my girlfriend after she lied about a paternity and her past.
I'm done.
All right. We'll check this one. It's only 3 paragraphs, so not bad. And then we'll end the stream off on this one. So, am I the asshole for leaving my girlfriend after she lied about a paternity and her past? I started dating a woman while I was visiting a different state. We dated a couple of months, and then I went back to my home state. I was planning to come back, and we discussed the family, etc. Kept talking every day, but a month went by, so after I left, she told me she was pregnant and it was mine, so I came back earlier so we could move in together. Started suspecting I wasn't the father when she didn't want me attending her midwife and OB appointments. That's never a good sign. The due date was set and it was a month later. It should have been based on when I left the state. I confronted her, but she said I didn't understand women's bodies and she swore she didn't sleep with anyone else. She also said she would leave anyone who demanded a paternity test, so I decided they would just do it in secret when the kid was born on the off chance they were mine and I didn't want to ruin the relationship. The fact are, I don't want to do that thing that, what do women call it? Red flags. Immediately, the fact that she's not willing to do, women who know that they're in the right immediately go, fine, get a paternity test. Immediately. They immediately agree to that shit. Like, if you're right, you will agree to a polygraph, a paternity test, 100. You'll piss in a cup. You'll do whatever it takes. When you know that you're 100% right, when there's no realm of fault, you immediately will do that shit. So, yeah, no. This is clearly not his kid. Like, immediately.
Yeah, this ain't even.
So, let's see. The baby was born at what would have been nearly 44 weeks, and he was pretty small. He was at a home birth and went really well. Who the fuck? Home birth, fucking bunch of hicks. Idiots. Go to a hospital like normal people. I was impressed by how well she did considering it was her first child. All this time she had been working on adopting some kids, was having issues with in that department. Okay, we need more context here, but whatever. They came to visit when he was 1 week old, but she didn't want to answer. We literally need more context here. Well, they came back again at night, and after some time they ended up taking the baby. Turns out the kids she was adopting were actually hers and had been taken from her before we met. Wait. Alright. I'm missing an entire paragraph here because apparently there's more kids involved. And she actually had other kids who lived there with their dad's parents. The day after this, I happened to get the results of the paternity test, and it was negative. She admitted the child wasn't mine, and that she had hooked up with some random guy while I was away. What do I do?
It's not your kid, bro.
Get the fuck out of this.
Exactly. Get out. You're good.
Get the fuck out of this.
You're good. You are not the father. Get the fuck out.
This is a Maury thing. You are not the father. You do not need to. Do not pass go. Do not pay child support. You're good. You do not need to pay $200. You are good. Get the fuck out of this crazy bitch's pussy and her life. I don't what the fuck? What is wrong with people?
I think like this. Like, am I in the wrong? No, get out.
This is how evil women trap good men. Because good men, this guy is a naive guy going, well, I married her and I love her and blah blah. He is so fucking simplistic. He's so naive to the idea of I go to work and he's so simplistic, and I don't blame this guy. I blame the system. I don't blame this guy. This manipulative ass bitch fucking fucked him, convinced him that he had a daughter, and he had the actual insight at the very least to go, I don't think that this is legit. You know, but how many people before the invention of the internet actually went, well, it's totally my baby. 2 white people with a black baby. And it's like, yeah, that's totally my kid. He's dunking everybody in gym class is fine. You know? Like, man, oh man. I will admit, this is a great... I'm going to do this one again. The Bitch Wanna Complain podcast, reading Am I the Asshole subreddit, is definitely a good time. Definitely a fun time. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to call it right here. It was supposed to be over a while ago, but you know what happens. And we had camera troubles, so I hope you guys appreciate the image of Super Vegeta staring you down this entire time. So, thanks guys so much for watching. Peace out.